All right, hello. Boy. I am not bad. I always just like, I put the stream on and then I like fuck off for like 2 minutes to do other stuff. So I don't start speaking instantly. I'm just too lazy to make a starting soon screen. Maybe I should. Oh, we have mail. Huge. Maintenance, huge. Also, that's a new maintenance. There's maintenance today as well, or later. Hey there, P. Hey there, Meat Man. Hey there, Puppendeckle. And Xenesis, of course. Man, I have like no modules. Wild. How am I so low? Oh, only today because tomorrow's Labor Day. What the hell? Hey, the flipper. Ah, they pushed update early. Okay, that explains it. I was like, I woke up today where I put Steam on and I was like, oh, what the hell? There's a Limbus update already? Hey there, Vex. I was like, what the hell? Huh. Okay, so it was just early because tomorrow is, like I said, day off for the boys, the dev boys. I thought today's weekly. Minor Dungeon think I was about to get weekly. Oof. Compensation, where compensation? Project Moon, your early maintenance has fucked with our circadian rhythm, our gacha circadian rhythm. No bonuses. Wait, what's my BP at? 151. I have like 700 boxes. 698. Whoa. Wild. Also, I got the Heath. I actually did have to do almost like, I had to do 2 mirror dungeons. And I also did 1 story node clear. So that I could get enough to get Heathcliff. The Cracker Heath. I think new ID is next week. Next week, Thursday, should be. If I want to go those 700 boxes. Well, I mean, I'll probably end up getting the new ID that's coming next week, and then I'm saving for Walpurgis. I'll probably end up sharding like a bunch of stuff during Walpurgis, because during/after, because I'll like go in all in on Walpurgis, and then I can shard stuff after that to get stuff that I want before the season ends. Hey there, Page Looks. Yeah, because I'm wondering. I guess it depends on what else is on the Heath banner. But I might maybe I just shard the ID right away instead and save all of my lunacy for Walpurgis. Gregor's just there. This is just the team that has like all of my sort of, well, not all of them, but the kind of best units I have, instead of a specific like status or anything. I don't know whether for Limbus update still get my butt kicked by Queen of Hatred. This is how it should be. Most likely only new Heath. Yeah, I guess it's, well, yeah, it might be if it especially if it's literally just Heath, not even Ego and so on. And yeah, like Edgar Gregor just kind of, he works decently even just by himself. Like he's fine for a lot of content just by himself. Well, actually, yeah, how many Heath chars do I have? That's Rodion. Wrong one. Who is Heath? Fuck. I'm dumb? There. 65, okay. PM messed up counters for a week testing, man. Purple. Yeah, 65. So, at least I'm not at 0. I can get a couple. Ads are going on Twitch. But yeah, so that I could get Heath without having to do like an entire mirror dungeon. I was missing like 12 money to get Heath. So I did a single battle here to get it. I just skipped, I didn't know, I just like, yeah, I skipped through the story just to get this single battle so I got enough coins to get Heath. Oh yeah, I was supposed to pull up the trailers, but I forgot. I'll pull them up now. And I guess the thing, if I just shard Heath next week, then I indeed will actually have a good lunacy pile for Walpurgis. You know, combine that with all the tickets as well. 20 tickets plus another 20 tickets from event. Right, I was supposed to pull up the trailers for the Intervallo. Also a lunacy from some chapters as well. Okay, I didn't find. Okay, I have to go to Project Moon directly. Project Moon official. Let's see, how far do I have to go for a trailer? Oh, it started auto playing something. Oh, the fuck? It tried to start auto playing something? No, stop! Good God, what is the fuck was that? Calm down, YouTube. Don't try and auto play everything when I move. Oh yeah, because yeah, apparently Warp also gives you some stuff as well, so. Okay, where is this trailer? There's Hell's Chicken, this season 2, chapter 4 PV. Pass on. Oh, this looks like the... I think this is it. $750 lunacy, 10 or 20 tickets. Sheesh. That's actually pretty good. Still cool that I got Sanguine Desire instead of anything else in Walpurgis. Hey, the cool dog. Do. It should be this one, right? Is this the right trailer? Oh, almost started autoplaying. Oh, it says 4.5. Yeah, okay, it's the trailer. God, what the hell? I have an itch on my elbow. The fuck? Like an ego that I never use ever. Oof. I put my headphones on. Oh, and maybe mute the game real quick. There we go. A little bit lower. It's like, so is this really, this is like the beach episode. What perfect timing. We're still in summer. Oh, it's all happy and bright and the magic hell bus. Surely it's all going to be happy. Oh. Oh wait, is this the shit ass Sinclair?
이제 돌아가서 밀린 작업이나 마저 해야겠어요.
날씨는 좀 선선해도 할만할 것 같은데.
Oh, it's the drama-ish! It's the drama-ish!
다들 연장 챙기죠.
Where? This at the mall. Yo, grab.
아가리 벌.
Okay, maybe it was one of the better Sinclairs then. Yo, shrimp!
변신 완료.
You telling me a shrimp ego this?
만선이에요.
Fucking magical girl Hongwu. I've seen this animation on the banner, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is he shrimp magical girl? I also haven't heard that ego is ass. Well, that was silly. Well, that was silly. Flat healing Lamao. Fucking Soda Honglu. I think we should just jump right in though. Let's not waste any time. Obviously I gotta go through these again. Then I didn't actually watch them. At least we still have voice acting for this one. It's been 2 weeks since we took care of the job at K-Corp. Actually, it's only been a week. It hasn't even been a week. Not for me. Beach episode. It really is the beach episode debate. But only correct for Limbus and Project Moon. The immense dullness of traveling through a nest by car was just starting to sink in. Pretty sure I saw a road that looked exactly like this one 30 minutes ago.
둥지와 뒷골목의 도로를 비교해서는 곤란합니다. 뒷골목에서는 통하는 길만 한다면 골목 구석구석을 질주하며 갔을 수 있었겠지만
No damn, no
보통
shortcut.
둥지 안에서 차를 타고 어딘가를 간다는 것은 어마어마하게
So poison signature I'm
까지 감안하겠다는 뜻이니까요.
Absolutely abominable.
그래서 돈 좀 주머니에 짤랑거린다 싶으면
foreshadowing.
그러는 거 아니겠어? 워프 열차는
Done? Oh. Bus was silent as though everyone seemed to simultaneously recall the warp train they saw in the mirror worlds. Oh, okay, so it is just like, oh, you know, we saw it.
버스가 나은 것 같네요.
They are aware.
동의한다.
Duh,
차라리 히스처럼 속편하게 자기라도 하자. 창밖만 보고 있다가는 지루해 죽겠으니까.
It's just a little wacky how it's like they're kind of just like, oh yes, they are aware of the warp train situation. It's like, oh, okay, sure. I feel like it's a little out of nowhere, just in story. Like, sure, yes, the IDs exist, but there's been days upon days of boredom on the bus, making very little progress. Toward a tunnel that seemed to lead somewhere.
거의 다 왔군요. 이 터널만 지나면 곧 길이 틀 겁니다.
Just as Foss said, the traffic jam appeared to visibly improve, allowing us to make actual progress. Good. Can't see much yet, but I'm glad we're almost there. Speaking of which, our destination was... Yes, indeed. Once again, we were being blindly led along by our guide to who knows where. Don't you think it's about time he started telling us where we're going?
반테 씨가 목적지를 묻는군요.
I was asking if he could start telling us where we were headed before we leave, but I thought better of it.
이번 목적지는
I probably did leave chat in sub-only mode, didn't I? I think I removed slow mode though.
위치한 로보토미 지부입니다.
It's just easier to manage when it's sub-only mode. For these streams. Ucore.
뭐야, 이스.
Ishi.
자다가 깼어? 갑자기 움찔거려서 놀랬잖아.
죄송해요.
I wasn't sure why Ishmael suddenly jolted, but I decided to carry on with our conversation for now. Wait, so by our final destination you mean?
지금 우리는 경유지를 향해 갑니다.
Just as Virgilius finished his sentence, the bus emerged from the lengthy tunnel.
저건
It's the beach! It's fucking Blue Archive ass music, by the way. I looked to the window, which had suddenly turned bright. The cleanest sandy beach and the most turquoise blue sea I'd ever seen graced my eyes. Red Gem.
저곳은 대호수가 아니오.
The Great Lake. With Don Quixote's enthusiastic exclamation, sinners began waking up from their naps one by one. Yo, Gregor's like, holy shit.
이거 얼마만에 보는 광경이야?
어머, 그래. 자기는 와봤던 거야? 나는 말만 들었지 한 번도 와본 적 없는데.
Hey there, no. The sinners each began excitedly chattering about the sea.
아니, 잠깐.
Then she's like, oh fuck.
내 차례라고?
I guess I guess this is sort of when they start using it as like a little prelude to the cantos. Except for one, that is.
아직 다들 준비가 안 됐는데.
Ishmael, you good?
아니요. 잠시만요. 생각을 좀 할 게 있어서요.
I was still worried about Ishmael's sudden gloominess. I had faith that she would be okay. She was always on top of things, after all. Besides, my attention was drawn to the bubbling enthusiasm that seemed to have possessed the sinners.
그러면 우리는 대호수로 가는 것이요?
대호수는 듣기만 해보고 실제로 본 적은 없었는데 이런 모습이었군요.
오, 지친 우리의 여정 속에서 드디어
She started picking it like, oh.
있을 예정인가 보.
The leak, or you just mean the official post of Next Heathcliff?
아하, 이런 곳에서 휴양을 즐겨보는 것도 좋은 경험이겠어요.
쉴 수 있게 된다면 따뜻한 모래사장 위에 누워
Look at you, son.
보고 싶소.
Yeah, I see. I wouldn't classify it as a leak when it's official. It's just drip marketing.
기다란 벤치에서 일광욕.
Yeah, like it's not a leak.
본인은 비치 볼리볼.
Bitch!
그거 재밌겠네.
Oh, Jesus. Thank you, Don. Amazing. The sinners were all eagerly chatting about things they wanted to do. It was nice to see them excited for once, but
이봐 안내자 양반, 우리 정말 쉬는 거야?
everyone seemed to be conveniently forgetting the fact that Virgilius never mentioned if we were stopping at the beach.
그럴 리가.
No!
바퀴를 도랑에 걸칠 거야. 끼.
Hitch wheels in a ditch. Screech. Man, we haven't seen Karon in so long. The formerly on-track bus suddenly swerved and everyone was thrown around the bus, as is often the case.
뭔가 적습인가?
Yeah, not just Karon.
그저 경유지에 도착한 것뿐이다.
Oh boy. Sinners got to their feet one by one, groaning with pain.
이게 대체 뭔가?
No! Average beach in like the UK. Only the despairing cries of sinners echoed in the dark and damp view outside the windows. When Ella and R become one. Asia moment. Yeah, this is average beach. Average not beach destination beach.
이런 곳에서 왜
This beach is too real. Look at all these microplastics. How aren't we to enjoy vacaciones?
놀랍게도 돈키호테 베르길리우스 저 양반은 한 번도 놀라고 말한 적 없어.
Hid it in the trash.
아니, 제법 운치는 있군. 맘,
Rather quick. Roshu?
아, 이럴
Average
거면
beach where I live too.
예쁜 모래사장은 왜 보여준 거야?
You can see like right there. It's right there.
그러게요. 차라리 모르고 왔으면 기대도 안 했을 텐데.
아니,
This is right there.
바로 코앞에 아까 보았던 모래사장이 있지
Behind the
않을까?
glass wall.
왜 저리로 가지 않는 것이오? 공기도 깨끗해 보이고 날씨도 좋아 보이는데.
This thing where we burn our garbage.
이번
Smog.
그쪽이 아니니까요.
I wish place in Brazil. She fucking fainted? Can't say that I wasn't all excited to have some proper rest myself, but... Silly OST also, and had a feeling this was gonna happen. So, where is this exactly? It'd be everyone's interest to focus on what's next.
이곳은
21구. 유사의 뒷골목이죠.
She really is like, oh man, already?
맞습니다.
So that's why there hasn't been congestion since the tunnel? Because we're not in a nest?
그건 둥지마다 그리고 뒷골목마다 다르기 때문에 일반화하기는
That's-
힘들어요.
As if Don isn't silly like most of the time.
이번의 경우는 그렇다고 볼 수 있겠네요.
저 옆은 개인 소유의 해변인가요? 물도 이쪽에 있는 물과 완전히 다른 색이네요.
The beach.
그렇군. 칼로 변화듯 경계가 져 있다. 이런 특징을 가진 곳은 뻔하지.
네, 여긴
This is?
대호수죠. 여긴 원래 그래요. 저렇게 쉬기 좋게 평화로운 공간은 보통
You think so, yes? It's so
둥지의
joke.
영역이죠.
설명의 기회가 자꾸 아사지는군요.
My explanations keep getting hijacked. Sorry about that, host. Does this place count as the back streets when it's so open?
뒷골목은 단순히 건물과 건물 사이에 생겨난 골목만을 칭하지 않아요.
Dante, you
둥지가
absolute
통치하는
fool.
권력의 전역을 의미하죠.
Right.
뭐 이런 쓰레기 같은 것들이 너절한 걸 보면 누가 봐도 뒷골목 아니냐?
이것 보시오. 쓸만해 보이는.
You okay there, Don?
뭐야? 왜 말을 하다 말아?
Did you find crab? Crab! Trash crab!
이 라디오 움직였어. 21구의 라디오는 다리 달려 움직이는 건가?
Crab!
뭐 정말?
Nice scream, Heathcliff. Nice scream. At Heathcliff's cry, everyone turned towards a certain pile of trash. There was, all of a sudden, a monster. A crab. Crabbage. Where's Crabrave? We can actually get into something new. Also, I should remember to actually still take support Otis for maximum bonuses. I need damage shot on it, I think, yeah. It gives 60. Okay, I'm over capped, but whatever. Oh, it's a 5 unit team anyway.
모델 45-3 충전. 전투 준비 완료.
Crab.
먼지를 떨어내줘.
Yeah, I do remember that these guys were reactive Pierce. I have seen, because I've seen these guys in MD a couple times. No, they're not made out of stone. They're made out of trash.
효율적으로.
One case up whenever we get there.
공격 범위 확인.
Bonk. Yeah, Sync Association would trash them pretty good.
야, 설마 벌써 죽었냐?
Honestly, they're just kind of getting trashed by everything, I'm gonna be real.
기름도 나오지 않는 놈이구려. 내가 시범을 보이지.
Not gonna lie. I mean, are they really made of stones? They just kind of look like crabbish. These kind of look like very dirty looking. Actually, they almost look more metal than they do stone. They have like rivets. Rigged to roll heads, tails. Crabs. Whoa, holy shit, they're made out of crab meat. But is it like imitation crab meat or real crab meat? And they look more like almost more like metal than rock. They have like almost like rivets or something.
캬! 네가 먼저다.
Have garbage to themselves. Dude, they're crabs. They gotta have a shell. It's just their, you know, they grab some trash. So you can use it. Well, I mean, I have enough units anyway. It's only a 5 unit. I can only put in 5 units anyway, so that's fine.
그래서 이 벌레 개딱지 같은 것들은
Crab meat, the shell isn't true. Bug crabs. They're just crab things.
자꾸 나보면서 믿지 마.
They may be the bugs of the sea, but like.
덱안 봤어 아저씨. 자꾸 그러는 거 피해망상이라니까.
Can't even talk about bugs around this guy. Yeah, they're like hermit crabs, but also like they don't look soft shell. They look like they're made out of fucking metal.
그랬겠네요.
Trash crabs. They're what? Trash crab. How is everyone this dumb? Obviously they're trash crabs. Just look at them. Ishmael interjected all of a sudden.
그랬게요. 저렇게 등딱지에 쓰레기나 폐품 같은 걸
Homes and
붙여서
weapons.
지비자 무기로 만드는 것들요. 지긋지긋한 놈들이죠. 물가에서 일하는 사람들에게 불쑥 튀어나와 공격하기도 하고 주변을 돌아다니는 사람들을 덮치는 일도 잦고
Endless
개체수가
crab.
날마다 불어나고. 하지만 대호수에 저런 잔챙이들은 널리고 널렸어. 더 중요한
Ishmael? They're about to check in with Ishmael, so I probably shouldn't let this go on for any longer, but...
저기 벌써부터 그것들을
hello, children.
잡아볼까요?
Oh, it's this... whatever this, association was. A couple of people in work overall seem to be approaching from a distance.
미카, 귀한 고객님들.
Valued customers.
좀 더 예의를 차려야.
아, 그런가?
They're both 20 years old. No way, look at them. Literal children's.
저것들은 뭐냐고
Rags and
하시는 것
tags.
같네요.
레인, 이 사람들 우리 보고 저것이라고 하는데 꼭 예의를 지켜야 하는 걸까?
저길
Come on, they're shorter than Sinclair.
어이! 신분을 밝혀라.
정의에 대한 얘기를 전달받지 못하신 건가요?
No.
그래, 전혀 없다. 마치 그럴듯하게 신분을 위장에 끼어든 스파이처럼 말이지.
Like spies. Otis is gonna fucking stab him? Like,
스파이라면 좀 더 체계적인 방법을 사용하지 않을까요?
그렇겠죠. 오티스 씨, 이분들은 이번에 협력할 분들입니다.
다음엔 빨리 말하도록.
speak sooner.
반갑습니다. 미카 씨, 레인 씨. 저희는 LCB 림버스
Just Intervallo.
버스 부서입니다.
I'll probably take the whole stream, so.
버스 맞네요. 그때 그분도 버스
Bus
타고
blokes.
말하셨으니까.
LCC의 B4팀이 이미 다녀갔다고 들었습니다. 그분이라는 건
잠시 명함 좀 다시 보고.
Also, how the dude is so clean? He's like spotless, just showing off his like body, and meanwhile, girl is covered in grime. Mechanic.
확인은 끝난 것 같으니까 가게로 돌아가서 마저 이야기하죠. 그 버스에 대한 것도 좀 보고. 여기 계속 서서 대화하기는 좀 그렇잖아요.
Were their customers?
아니, 애초에 여긴 왜 들른 거야?
간단히 말하자면 저희의 목적지
Nautical structures.
대호수 위에 배들로 이루어져 있는 둥지.
No fucking way we're making the bus into a boat.
메피스토 팰레스의 현재 형태로는 건너갈 수가 없죠. 그리고 대호수는 시시각각 환경이 변하기도 해요. 그 호수에서 버틸 수 있는 배가
Fucking boat bus.
그래서 미리 적합한 공방을
And goofy ass music.
버스 개조에 대한 계약을 한 거지.
이게 적합한?
이만 들어가지.
지난번 회식 때문에
Really
예산
hit the
타격이
budget.
컸나? 먹을 수 있을 만큼 시키라 해서
Oh no,
마음껏
we're eating
주문을
ourselves into bankruptcy. Like Roger said, looking at the somewhat dilapidated shop made me curious about the company's finances. But nothing good could ever come out of this conversation, so I decided to table the thought. Goofy music.
계획보다 더 일찍 의뢰를 완수했네요.
44.
저와
Holy.
파우스트의 뛰어난 능력 덕분이지만 여러분의 노력도 나쁘지 않았어요.
레인,
I don't know how
나는 이
fucking
버스 좀 살펴볼
Moorish mumble.
테니까 손님들 접대.
Ishmael's minus 25 SP this whole
내가 좀
canto?
부탁해.
Well. Poor Ish. Since we're led into what appeared to be a workshop packed with tools and various mechanical apparatus. Are we
이
broke?
공방은 보기보다 꽤 고난도의 장비까지 하고 있는 모양이고.
Damn, it's better on the inside.
알아보시겠나요?
무기와 장비를 정비하는 공방적 기술에 대한 폭넓은 이해는 전쟁 중에 가장 중요했으니까.
Ish with the I was on a boat, Otis with the during the war. This awkward conversation was cut short by a sudden and deafening noise.
무슨 소리죠?
You work here, how do you not know? Oh, never mind.
의 비명. 아니, 경보가 작동한 것.
Okay, that's why you wouldn't know.
죄송해요. 잘못 건드렸어요.
Dude, are you bullying our bus? Our poor bus?
지금 쿵쿵대는 소리도 잘못 건드려서 나는 거야, 미카? 저기요!
방금 마주쳤던 개체와 동일한 종으로 보인다.
More crab. Crab.
비슷해 보이긴.
Grandma with the war flashback.
비슷한 것이 아니라 같은 개체에 속한다는 뜻이다.
Everyone, outside, now. Outside. Oh, giant enemy crab with a massive shipping container on his back loomed over us. Large crab. Well, at least for a brief moment. Jesus Christ. Okay, thank you. We were soon overwhelmed by the sound of heavy metal scraping against the floor.
저건 어디를 또 깨부숴야 하는 거야?
Crab, crab, crab. Just as we were all collectively losing our minds.
당연히 대가리를 깨부숴야지.
Oh, hello. Dark figure leapt down from the somewhere onto the creature's head. Nice sound.
가만히 있어라. 헛짓거리하지 말고.
A blinding light and deafening explosion assault the crab shell. Poor crab. Poor crab.
도망가는 건가요?
The figure leaped gracefully from the back of the fleeing creature and slowly approached us. Hello, diver. She squelched over the depressing mud flat in her swim fins and stood before us, a colossal harpoon resting on her shoulder.
그래. 너희가 그 녀석이 말한 버스 애들이냐?
Guy, why are you talking about Kanto 5 stuff? Bros? You are aware that we're not at Kanto 5 yet. Unless we're talking about just the actual Moby Dick book. Hmm? Remember? Hello. After some time passed.
올가 씨까지 포함해
Boss.
정식으로 소개드리죠. 이번 메피스토 팰리스의 개조에 도움을 주실 어금니 보트 센터라는 이름의
Muller Boatworks.
이야, 이렇게 소개를 받는 날도 있네. 아, 좀 쑥스러운 걸.
Holy! Jesus.
누님, 그래도 귀한 고객분들인데.
There's some form of balls there, yes.
아우, 내가 뭘 그렇게 잘못했다고 그래. 나 아직 뭐 안 했거든.
아직이라는 게 문제죠.
Yet being the
개업한
keyword.
지 얼마 되지도 않았는데 조심해서 나쁠 건 없잖아요.
업종을 갑자기 바꾸는 일이 쉬운 건 아니었을 텐데 할만했습니까?
Boob. Boob.
5급 해결사 올가.
Yo, grade 5. Whoa.
뭐
Oh no. Done.
뭐야? 해결사 줬어? 어째?
Stop sniffing her, Don. That's rude.
어찌하여 다른 일을 하게 된 것이오? 해결사 일이 고되었던 것이오? 주로 어디에서
Holy.
활동한 것이오? 어떤 협회에서 어떤 시험을 치러서 5급까지 간 것이오? 역시 트레스 협회에서 공방 시험을 본 것인가?
But Don. Jesus fucking Christ. Rap God. Warp training to give her a specialized seat belt. Bro.
알겠소.
Hey, thanks for the sub on YouTube.
좋다네.
미안하군요, 올가 씨. 이제
She do be simping.
잠잠해질 겁니다.
붉은 시선. 고맙습니다.
She's trying to speak polite, like polite.
오랜만이라.
아,
Humongous.
좀 해두고.
Twitch chat saw some assets.
도서관에서의 사건 이후로
I mean,
책으로부터
they are quite noticeable.
어떤 모양이던데.
Ah. Oh. German point. Soy Jack point. Library of Ruina.
어땠습니까, 당신들은?
Oh wait, Olga wasn't there, wasn't he?
나 죽었나?
Holy shit, she wasn't there. Now that I remember.
눈을 떠보니 이 근처이지
I
뭡니까?
forgot. I forgot Olga was in there.
가도 레인도 없었고 당장 배는 고프니까 뭐라도 먹어야겠다 싶어서. 어땠더라?
Yeah, it should be the Ruina one, yeah. Now that I think about it, it's like, oh yeah, there was an Olga at some point in Ruina. Some kind of jobber, but you know.
크랩개가 튀어나와서 주변에 있는 걸 주워 무기를 만든 다음에
Bob's your uncle.
상상력을 내고 구워 먹었다고 하셨죠.
That has bigger zonkers.
맛없기는 했지만.
Nice face.
그러다가 개에 붙은 폐품으로 고철 바꿔 먹기를 시작했고.
오케이 레인, 네가 설명하는 게 낫겠다.
저 올가라는 사람은 뭔가 대충대충 스타일인 것 같네.
Did Olga go on a warp train? Was Olga on the warp train, or was Olga also? Wasn't Moeller also in Ruin as well? But maybe she was one of the warpers. Right, start of the warp train branch. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, they were in that same branch of story in Ruina. Yeah, Roger, like someone else I know.
어머? 누굴 말하는지 모르겠네.
These two have kind of same energy, it's true.
엄마? 이건 또 뭐래? 머리통이
Hieroglyphics in chat.
누님, 자꾸 그러시면 이야기가 끝나지 않아요.
We all goes on the train but escaped using an invitation to the library. That's what it was, yeah. And then, you know, got into the library and, got booked.
알았다고.
The woman they called Olga fell back, clicking her tongue. And a man they called Rain came forward, bringing us up to speed. He was a fixer, Rain. Working alongside Olga and Mika until they were all sucked into the library, getting wrapped up in these things called... Yeah, okay. Yeah, this was just the start of the warp train arc. Yeah, all three of these guys escaped the train with the invitation. Just when he thought he was gone, he suddenly came to, began wandering, and found Olga. Began collecting scrap metal together, with Mika joining along the way, and ended up running a workshop almost like they used to run the office back in the old days.
책에서 돌아오는
They got booked.
언제 죽었는지와 같은 순서가 따로 없었나?
This is actually kind of cool, because I was wondering, like, all these guys, indeed, all the people, who got booked, they got returned. So it was like, are we gonna, you're gonna address that? Are we gonna see some of these boys who got booked? We do. We do see them. And he's clearly interested in the bookening. Virgilius muttered something to himself, looking at Faust, who stood near him. Hello. Both nodded silently. Trauma-ish. Yeah, there was something between the two of them, but it was always about something apocryphal that I couldn't even begin to understand. Nice words, apocryphal. Besides, I was starting to get worried about Ishmael. I was growing increasingly distraught. It was about time I talked to her about her sudden change. Ishmael, so you've been here before? Looked like you recognized those crabs from earlier.
네.
My ass got spoilers because of playing Limbus first. Checking my head. Honestly, I don't think that's even... If it's that specific spoiler that they get unbooked, it's not that big of a deal. The journey matters way more. There's so much that happens, like... That's like a minor side note at the end of the game. Like, oh, hey, by the way, they're gonna get returned from the book. Huh? No, not really. I'm just wondering how they taste. Sounds like people eat those crabs.
무슨 의도로 그런 의미 없는 질문을 갑자기 하시는지 뻔히 보이지만.
Dude, he's just trying to be nice.
그래도 대답을 드리자면, 네, 크랩 차우더로.
Yo, crab chowder.
먹어보았죠. 구역질을 억지로 참아야 했지만 뱉어내지 않으면 소화할 수는 있는 맛이라고 해야 할까요?
Yummy.
질문에 대한 답이 됐나요?
Yeah, thanks. I didn't think that was the best question I could have come up with, but her reception was much colder than I'd expected.
그런데 먹을 수 있는 거군요. 저거.
Dude, that's rude. It's just a crab, man.
같이 생겼는데요.
These motherfuckers never seen a crab in their life. I don't think that's an abnormality or distortion. It's just a crab.
그럼
환상체와 뒤틀림을 구분할 수 있는 단테 씨는 설명이 없어도 알 수 있으셨겠죠. 저것은 생물입니다.
Mutants, they're just crabs!
그러니 이론적으로 섭취에는 문제가 없을 것입니다.
저희 할머니도 돌연변이 동물들을 많이 수집하곤 하셨죠.
I feel like they're being so rude to these crabs. They just look like normal. They're a bit large, but they just look like normal crabs.
네, 그런 덕분에 저희가 밥도 먹고 정비 일도 할 수 있는 거죠.
Yum yum, crab. I mean, hermit crab. Usually because of the amount of trash that was. See, but that's these days. That just means they're a normal crab. The oceans are polluted as fuck, even in real life. The woman they called Mika was walking over from her inside the boat workshop, an inscrutable look on her face.
미카, 어때? 견적은 좀 나와?
공방에서 일하시던 아버지께서는 말씀하셨죠. 싹 다 뜯어 고쳐야겠다.
Oh, shebang.
뭐 엔진을 다 털어내야 한다던가 그런 거냐?
아니요. 그 부분까지는 건드릴 필요 없어요.
Yeah, I think it's better to not try and stick your hands into the engine. You might get eaten.
버스 내부를 잠깐 봤는데
Miffy will eat you.
복잡한 것도 정도가 있어야 한다는 생각이 들더라고요. 하지만 그것 외에는 전부예요. 부력 발생 장치도 없고
Miffy bites.
프로펠러도 조타 장치도 없고요.
So what do we do now?
그건 예상했습니다. 해결 방법을 제시하시죠.
I guess the solution is replace everything.
방금 저 관리자라는 분이 뭐라 말하신 것 같은데 그냥 째깍인 건가? 뭐 중요한 건 아니고 방법은 우리한테 있어요. 재료만 있으면 어떻게든 만들 수 있죠.
We must go hunt crab for parts.
기계를 개조할 재료라고 한다면은 뭐 어디 고철 같은 거라도 주워야 하나?
잘
Yes.
하시네요. 그리고 잘 하실 수 있을 거라고 보고요. 아까 보니까 잘 하실 것 같던데.
With that, Mika pointed away, toward where the trash crabs were.
크랩개들을 처리하면
I'm hoping to finish it today, yeah.
몇 마리나?
How many?
아주 많이요.
그럼 그렇지. 일하려고 온 거구만. 그치?
정확히
Let's go crabbing.
이번 경유지에서 너희는 버스를 개조할 부품을 모으면 된다. 황금가지를 찾아오는 것보다 쉽고.
Because I asked yesterday from some of the Limbus series on yesterday's stream on how long it is. Like, is it reasonable to do it one stream? And they said, yeah.
자 그럼 나는 이 협력업체 분들과
What time is it for me? It is just a little bit before 7 p.m.
전원 바다로
To the beach.
바다가 아니요.
That is no beach. Don't fucking traumatize.
맞아요. 저 모습도
The sea. Thank you for the hydrate.
불리는 한 모습이니까.
I gotta find a thing though. Dude, this event or Intervallo. Let me find an image. It's an important image. I said I wouldn't try to get distracted so that I can actually get through the whole thing, but I have to find this. Fucking is it this? Yes. It's stupid. It's so dumb. Hey, thanks for the sub, camera. Let me pull this up. Image. Thing crabbing. This entire intervallo is think crabbing. You must crabbing. Me saw some think crabbing. But what is a crab? Us to explain the joke. What do you mean? What do you mean joke? It's just think crabbing. What is there to explain? It's crabbing. What the hell is that little icon? A wacky little icon. Alright, let's check this. Is there a W Honglu here? With dimension. Oh, yeah, that gives me 40 as well. So then I can use I can use her if I want to. So I guess I could replace like
언제나 준비되어.
her for extra pierce. Good, that gives me 120. So. It was a farmable stretch, right? Yeah, right. If the Intervallo releases like a
전투 준비 완료.
as an event. Only this Sinclair, you know, if I had a Sinclair. Yeah, but the maximum is 120 anyway, so I get to 120 with Heath, Faust, and the Honglu. Bonk, bonk. See, pick one. This is a lot accurate, dude. Pick one. He hunt crab. He didn't hunt crab, but he hunt sea life. Bonk, bonk.
야, 설마 벌써
Fucking gone.
내가 시범을 보이지.
Donk, donk, donk. Oh, Force could just erase a man. Yeah, not a man, a crab. Existing doesn't exist. Fuck. It's too early for this. Crab erased. I have a feeling crab might be erased. No, crab isn't erased. Never mind. Only like half erased. I forgot they're not actually like weak to blunt. They're just normal to blunt. Or also it was a slightly bigger crab anyway. Oh no! How could you do such a thing? What the fuck? I had multiple attack points. That's fucked up. Ow? Bro?
처리했습니다. 효율적으로.
He's cooked. Crab ID for rupture. Dude, imagine crab ID just. That's a good ID. Literally just crab.
계획보다 더 일찍 의뢰를
Surprise.
완수했네요. 저와
Oh, so now I'm actually, because these are back to like level 35 or whatever. Yeah.
나쁘지 않았어요.
So I'm like, all my units are like 37 or whatever. We've been at it for about 2 days. Oh wow, that was a very long map, huh? Able to defeat a considerable number of trash crabs and collect enough scrap to fill a whole wagon and then some.
네, 이 정도면 해볼 수
Nice.
있겠네요.
Limbus.
그럼 이제 쉬어도 되는 거지? 들려? 어깨 돌릴 때마다 뚜둑 소리 나고.
I like how they gave Mephi a sort of like privacy curtain.
로자 씨, 그러니까 겁이라도 주는 것 같잖아요. 자제를.
Flexing.
뭐 개조를 하는데 드는 시간도
Few days to enjoy what?
적어도
The
며칠은
trash?
쉬어줄 수 있겠어. 물론 여전히 휴양과 어울리지 않는 곳이지만.
Kingdom and Crescent 4 times less. Crab event. As soon as we're all busy stretching and chattering, relieved that the work was finally over. But I had a terrible feeling that this was probably not the end of our toil.
네? 쉬기는 뭘 쉬어요?
Of course, I knew it.
제가 말한 건 이제 시작만
Get
해볼 수
started,
있다고
exactly.
말한 거예요.
More crab.
그렇다는 것은
More crab.
더 주워오셔야죠.
Crab.
참고 삼아. 그 양은
지금의 한 5배?
미카, 후련tuk도 포함해야 할 것 같은데.
Crab.
7배로 방금 막 늘어났어요.
Man, that was a quick evaluation though.
적절한 휴식은 취하지 못하겠군. 기존보다 수면에 할애하던 시간을 줄이는 편이
Dedicate. Oh no. Mersault, don't you know that a good night's sleep makes you more productive?
이럴 수는 없는 거요. 이럴 수는 없어.
Sag. Don't you want to look as though she was about to collapse? A woeful look on her face.
아니, 있잖아. 이런 고철 덩어리들을 주워온다고 작업이 되긴 되는 거야? 그야 고철을 적당히 볼트로 결합하는 방식이라면 죽도 밥도 안 되겠지만 유사의 특이점을 이용해 결합하는 과정을 거치면 마치 처음
Oh, okay.
자신의 부속품이었던 것처럼 기능하게
Information, information.
유사? 걔네 특이점이라면
Food packaging tech.
무슨 음식 완벽히 포장하는 기술 아니었어? 듣기 전까지는 절대
Yeah, I think I remember correctly. Yeah, this was the last one to be voiced. Unfortunate.
제조했던 통조림도 요긴하게 먹고 그랬었는데.
어째 누님과 똑같은 말씀을 하시네요.
In case it. What? No way. What is Faust? Faust, why are you back here stalking? What is this? This is so creepy. What are you doing? Ah! Ah!
원리만 활용한다면
Spook.
근본적인 특이점을 기반으로 얼마든지 활용하여 A사의 기반 특허를 낼 수 있습니다. 유사에서는 현상 보존
Resonance tuning fork.
공명급수가 유명하죠.
공명급세.
Trauma.
그놈이랑 똑같았지.
Oh, the last one has a more art. Yeah, I feel like actually maybe I did hear about the art. Like the what is the CG art that changes?
기어이 삼켜버리겠지. 언제 그랬냐는 듯.
What? What? Mm-hmm. Dude, that's holy moly! Is that a Shadow of the Erd Tree reference? Ishmael, what's the problem?
관리자님, 지금이라도 베르길리우스 씨에게
New,
말해주세요.
yeah, new.
순서를 바꿔서 다른 지부의 황금 가지를 해결하자고요.
Man, she does not want to go. Give me a moment, Ishmael. Are you okay?
지금은 충분하지 않아요. 모두의 경험도
The whale.
것도 고래에 대한 지식도 그래요. 제가 알려드리고 도와드릴게요. 충분한 시간이 지난 후에 도전해야만 하는 곳이에요. 저곳은. 그러니까
야, 자꾸
Blimey.
뭐야? 아까 먹은 크랩 차우더인지 뭔지가 잘못되기라도 했냐?
She's angry. I'm
다
really
같이
angry.
그 개 같은 개딱지 내장을 긁어먹긴 했지만 전 아주 멀쩡해요.
근데 뭐가 문제야? 뭐 지금까지는
그냥
우리가
knowing
중국에서
a nit.
쳐들어갔냐? 다 뒤져가면서 해결한 일이잖아.
죽고 죽어가면서 일을 처리한 게 어디 자랑할 거리는
Dying your
아닌
way
거
through a
아시죠?
mission. That's so us.
저희가 그냥 해결사였다면 첫 임무부터 진작의 전원 사망으로 순식간에 협회에서 이름이 지워졌겠죠.
야, 누가 몰라? 나도 뒷골목 조직 생활하면서 몇 번이나 죽을 뻔했는데 목숨이 하나뿐인 걸 모르겠냐고.
Except when you don't, but
그거랑 다르지. 지금의 시계 대가리 덕분에 여러 번 살아나고 있잖아.
지금까지 운이 좋았으니까 멀쩡하게 살아날 수 있었다고 생각하지는 않나 보죠?
아니, 야, 왜 자꾸 못한다고 하는 건데? 환상체한테 머리가 깨져서 뒤졌으면 이번에 다리를 내주고 피하고 그렇게 계속 쳐부술 수 있는 거잖아. 어?
oh, I guess Ish is worried about if there's a tuning fork where it melds stuff together, and she was kind of implying that someone was melding people together. I guess she's worried if they get melded into some fucking just pile of meat, then Tante can't bring them back.
지금껏 겪었던 게 전부라고 생각하세요? 그럴 리가 없잖아요. 최악의 경우엔 복구가
Losing her
불가능할 수도
shit.
있는 거예요. 시계를 아무리 쳐 돌려도 다시 원래대로 돌아가지도 못할 수 있다고요.
Yeah.
특히 그
whale.
거대한 고래는
Suspicious whale.
설명해도 못 알아들을 것처럼 말하지 마라. 어?
She was just like, she's
버러지
she's kind of like
같아서 열받으니까.
ominous whale, saying like kind of not really any details, just kind of like,
개!
자, 말씀 좀 여쭙겠소.
Yo, Yi-sung, stepping in. Our boy. It was perhaps because he was never the type to do such a thing. But the crowd immediately fell silent when Yi-sung suddenly, loudly, and uncharacteristically intruded upon their argument.
그대들 버스에서 제법 하고픈 것이 많다 하지 않았는가?
Our boy. I love to see the development like right away. Getting some payoff for like instantly.
그렇다면 짤다알막한 휴식 정도는 바랄 수 있을 거라 보우만 단테 이 정도는 괜찮지 않겠소?
So true, Yi-sung. Yi-sung. This is the first time Yi-sung appeared so dependable since we started our bus journey. I nodded empathetically. Yeah, I agree with Yi-sung. I think we could slow down for a bit and do some team building activities together. How's that sound?
네, 조금 쉬고 계셔도 될 것 같네요.
Huh?
저희
Do?
쪽에서 준비가 되면 말씀드릴게요.
저기 그렇다면
Excelsior.
비치 볼리볼
Oh no.
하지 않겠는가?
Beach volleyball. With Don Quixote's well-timed assist. Yi-sung no longer relatable. No. Almost icy mood seemed to defrost slightly. See, they gave Mephi a little like gave him a privacy shelter. Bonglu, hello. 40.
나의 상대는 어디 있는가?
본인이 똑똑히 보았다네.
Goofy, huh?
분명 밀려들어온 태풍과 쓰레기들 사이에서
A
공도
ball of
죽어
sorts.
있었음을. 공도 있고 사람도 해변도 있으니 이럴 때 놀지 않는다는 것은 불합리하다고 해도 과언이 아니지 않겠는가?
이걸 해변이라고 부를 수 있는지는 모르겠지만요.
This counts as a beach in some places. Listening.
여기 놀러 온 거 아니라니까?
본인도 아오. 주어는 고마우나 우리 모두의 단합을 위해 잠시 휴식하는 것이 도움이 되지 않겠는가 하는 마음인 것이요.
그래. 앞으로는 표정이라도 숨기면서 말하는 게 어때?
아니, 나도 동의하오.
Ji-sung also wants volleyball.
이상 씨?
돌이켜보면 벗들과 이렇다 할 체육 활동을 한
With my
적이 없어.
fellows.
구기 종목에 특출한 재능이 있는 것은 아니지만 이참에 경험하는 것도 귀중할 테지. 그러니
The ball
발음이
variety.
어떤가? 발,
Balls.
볼.
Volleyed balls.
준비가 안 됐는데.
Balls. And Ishmael's just Western already.
한그렇게 공이나 튀기고 있을 때가 없는데.
네.
애초에 우리는 무작위로 풀어줬어. 그래. 저번에 유독 운이 좋았던 것 같지.
She's not having a good time. Ishmael was starting to practically ooze all over with an ominous aura. Might be a good idea to divert her attention for a bit. Let's play beach volleyball.
현명한 선택이요. 내가 공을 찾아오게.
El balón.
아, 그렇지.
관리자께서 결정하신 유희다. 모두 표정 풀고 기쁘게 받들도록.
Otis gassing.
아, 알았다고. 아,
Old man. Old man.
경기 규칙과 규격은 알고 있다. 직접 경기장을 그리도록 하지.
There are grumbling sinners, beaming sinners, reticent sinners. Their reactions will all vary, but everyone eventually moseyed out onto an empty lot to play beach volleyball. I stretched, hoping that this activity would break up the tense atmosphere. Sometime later.
자, 그럼 가겠어.
Mailhag Gregor. The field was drawn over a squelchy mudflat. Nice descriptor. The worn ball rocketed into the air with Don Quixote's serve. Actually, it's a volleyball, though. Surprising.
이렇게 하는 것이오.
He still has the knife, though. Ish. Dude, this image here, this is just the current meme going on. Like, dude, why this redhead so angry? It's the person, two people just standing. One of them is happy and the other one is insanely mad.
그렇지. 잘하네.
자,
어이구야.
Doomish.
쓸데없는 짓이야.
Meaningless, all of this. Men return from a long voyage and people just play fucking beach volleyball. Why is this fish so angry?
방금 공 못 피했으면 저 죽을 뻔했을 것 같은데.
You're supposed to catch it, Sinclair.
훈련의 일종이다.
Ryoshu, sword away. Ryoshu, you're not supposed to hit the ball with your sword. Forsooth.
내가 받았어.
I have received thy ball. You can maybe... You add an S at the end there. I have received thy balls.
이럴 시간에 고래의
Study the whale's characteristics. While you were playing beach volleyball, I was studying the whale's characteristics. We are not the same.
대호수를 건너갈 나침반도
Doing a compass. Nice, yummy looking ball.
젠장. 그 자식은 분명히
Imagine studying.
어떻게든 살아있을 거야.
아이씨 진짜.
For fuck's sake. Heathcliff, unable to stand Ishmael's attitude any longer, kicked the ball with enough force that it just might burst. And the ball flew way over the mark and toward the boundary separating us from the pristine beach we saw a few days ago. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did the ball just pop?
네. 가시되지 않은 플라즈마.
Field of ooh, nice. Oh yeah, that is also, yeah, that is the thing from the ego. Whoa, ain't no way. A field of plasma? Who put a field of plasma on a beach? I mean, it's pretty obvious why.
둥지와 뒷골목.
Yeah, anti-poor people.
일종의 장치죠. 형식은 제각각이더라도 모든 둥지의 경계에는 비슷한 것들이 존재합니다.
뻔하지. 뒷골목 사람들이 둥지.
So are they just also like watching them? You know?
그런데 말이야. 저 기술로는 흔적도 안 남게 할 수도 있었을 텐데. 저런다는 건 보란 듯이 터뜨려 버려서
Clueless soul. Yummy.
만들려는 생각인 거지. 부자들은 즐길 놀이가 많겠어.
이거 was no way.
기술의 구체적인 의도나 과시성에 대해서는 제 쪽에선 말할 수
Or its sadistic nature.
공. 1시간이나 걸려서 찾았는데.
Bring out the ball.
다들 정신 차려.
Homophobic dog name, but not too fond of poor people. Oh boy, crab.
너 이따가 보자.
You're the one, Heathcliff. You're the one who kicked it into the thing, okay? I mean, I know you're angry at fish, but you know. I really thought that this could be the activity to dramatically bring us all together. It's all gone to hell. Why does this keep happening?
뭐 이제는 익숙해질 때도 되지 않았나 관리장반? 저것 때부터 빠르게 처리하자고.
The Limbus Company Beach Volleyball. For the peoples of the backs to ease in their misery.
겁날. 내게 받쳐주지.
Fucking crabs. Bonk. Bonk. But I don't know what you're saying to me. I shouldn't say what I'm thinking about Asian Heathcliff. Whoa.
겁날. 내게 받쳐주지.
Faust didn't hit a single thing. Faust, please. You're allowed to hit heads as well.
공격 범위 확인.
Yeah, noise. Bonk. Man, that wasn't even buffed up. That wasn't even buffed. I do really like Heath's animations as well. Also, pretty good damage. What do you, bro? Just get lucky and get the Yi Sung right away. Just be lucky, dude. Luck correlates with skill.
기름도 나오지 않는 놈이구려.
Yeah, Heath really is like, damn, this is a 2-star?
계획보다 더 일찍
Surprise.
의뢰를 완수했네요.
I like how they give me one identity training ticket gives 50 identity EXP. This is like insulting. I'd rather just not have it. Like seriously? 50 XP? Bro. Nice. Don't forget our Bonglu.
모델 45-3 충전. 전투 준비 완료.
He's handed round up the... true, yeah. Yeah, I guess they are like, yeah, you can round up with them, true. But the fact that I have to like... Well, yeah, because in Limbus you still have to like, you have to like manually press the tickets. I feel like most other gachas actually at this point have like a thing where you just select the level and it like automatically chooses the best combination of tickets. Oh crab, so crab. Get more XP on... Oh yeah, they were saying... Yeah, okay, yeah, they did say that, yeah. Which would be nice, because yeah, it's like, damn. XP, because I'm also now, I'm finally feeling like the... Damn, I actually need to level my units, and I unless I do a bunch of extra XP luxes, it's like, I don't have enough. Oh, that's the name of the funny tuba music? Oh crab, oh crab. Oh crab, so crab. Damn. Fucking crab. I'll say XP grind really does never end. I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
야, 설마 벌써 죽었냐?
Dante personally makes these playlists. Butters. Are we really gonna be calling it Butter Sang?
설마 벌써 죽었냐?
They also mentioned they want to fix the disparity between normal content and ego gift insanity of MDs. Yeah, that could also be nice, yeah. Because it is very different. It's crazy different. I just want, well, it depends on which way they want to fix it, I guess. Like, which direction. Adoption's funeral sang? Fucking Butter sang, though. That would be funny. Oh, are the Kantos only up to level 40? Or at least so far? But sang? Alright, well, yeah, okay, yeah, true. You can run, like... You can run under level, or whatever. Yeah, that's the level cap, but is the recommended level stays at 40? Or does it also go to 45? Hey, Ishmael. Can we talk, at least for a bit? Called over to Ishmael once the battle was over. Right. I've never done anything like this before. I don't even know if it's the right thing to do or what kind of results this conversation is going to yield, but... Oh, 42, 43 is rec level on last no time. Well, yeah, you can still do that at level 40. I can't just sit here and watch.
네, 그러시던가요.
Looks to me that you've been preoccupied with something ever since we got here. You know, you're not really participating in group activities and things like that.
당연하죠. 중요한 건 따로 있는데.
Enjoying
여기서
themselves.
정신 놓고 희희낙낙하고 있으니까요.
Something more important. Is this about the Great Lake?
네.
That we, in our current state, shouldn't go there?
네.
Right. So why do you think that we don't have a chance against whatever is there?
말씀드렸잖아요. 아직 준비가 안 됐으니까. 적어도 반년은 호수와 그것들에게 익숙해질 필요가 있다고요.
No.
아니면 그에 상응하는 경험을 더 쌓는다던가요. 관리자님도 마찬가지예요.
At least take care of yourself.
자신의
Oh.
몸을 지킬 정도는. 아, 관리자님의 단련이라면 제가 도울 수 있어요.
The rec level
그리고
is 45. Okay.
오티스.
Well, I mean, I have most of
분명
my
관리자님을 돕는 것에는
like best
협조하겠죠.
units at 37, and then forced at 40.
그럴 만한 상황이 온다면
I'm gonna be so fucking out of XP though, like with Walpurgis and whatnot. Half a year, Ishmael? We just don't have that much time to spare.
허비? 허비라고 생각하시나요?
Yeah.
지금
She has a
우리가 하고
point.
있는 짓들이 더 허비 같은데요? 그리고 뭐 놀고 있자고 말씀드린 게 아니잖아요. 그저 행선지를 잠시 다른 곳으로 돌렸다가 돌아오면 되는 건데요.
그건 불가능합니다.
Yeah, thanks for the sub, Melis.
모든 구획의 황금 가지를 파악한 것도 아닐 뿐더러 비포팀의 사전 답사가 준비된 것도 아니니까요.
핑계는
Beach volleyball is important, it's true.
다른 잘난 이유가 있다는 것쯤은 오래전부터 알고 있었어요. 그리고 뭐가 됐든 이번엔 그 생각이 틀렸다는 걸 뼈저리게 느끼시게 될 테죠.
그럴지도요.
Perhaps.
개판이네 정말.
I have to watch the stream like I'm doing yes on suppression.
그러면 적어도 상세한 항해 계획과 전투 방향을
듣자 하니까
Just when I thought the discussion was reaching a stalemate, Heathcliff butted in.
당신은 또 뭔데요?
닥쳐. 지금 너 혼자 개고생해? 여태껏 다 쳐 뒤져가면서 굴러왔잖아. 여기 있는 놈들 전부. 이번에도 결국 어떻게든 될 거라고.
It'll work out. It'll work out. I have a feeling Heathcliff is not gonna be saying the same thing once you know it's his turn.
그것에게 우리가 먹혀서 더는 시간을 되돌리지 못할 수도 있다고요. 알아듣겠어요? 지금까지의 상식으로 움직이다간 진짜 우리는 끝장날 수도 있다고요. 그러면 그 새끼도 못
The bastard.
좋아. 네 말이 맞다고 쳐. 이대로 가면 우린 다 돼지고 나도 아니 돌아갈 수 없게 될 거라고 치자고. 그래서 잠깐이라도 놀면 뭐가 좀 덧나냐? 그
was working out. Dude, they're at the gym.
분위기를 계속 조져놨으면 같이 어울리는 척이라도 해야 될 거 아니야? 상식적으로.
Dude, Heathcliff going off.
제법 웃기네요. 히스클리프 씨? 당신이 뭘 안다고 상식 운운해요. 고래를 만나본 적은 있어요? 데오스에 가본 적이나 있고? 뭘 답지 않게 이제 와서 아는 척이죠? 배 위의 생활에 대해서는 알기나 해요.
Wow.
가 없죠. 팔자 좋게 자기 연인인지 뭔지 모를 이름이나 중얼대고 버스에 기대 졸다가 참나면 성질이나 바락바락 내는
Is that a new face? That's yelling-ish. K-drama. Oh, no. You said the bad words to Heath.
물 아래에서 기어오는 것과 하늘 위에서 떨어지는 것, 그 모든 것들을 죽여야 하고 산성 태풍, 참치 쓰나미, 뇌압 폭풍 같은
Tuna tsunamis?
힘든 수많은 종류의 호수 재해들과 그 폭풍 때문에 발생하는 산만한 크기의 파도, 크게 지나가면 또다시 나타나는 개같은 괴물들. 등을 맡긴 동료는 잠시 한눈판 사이에 죽어있고 하나같이 미쳐 돌아가는 사람들로 바뀌어가는 그 지옥 같은 호수에 대한 모든 일들은
Ish is going off.
당신 같은 얼빠진 사랑놀이 중인 반푼이는
Lovey-dovey tenderfoot.
100번 더 죽어도 모를 일일 테니까.
그만하라고 했지!
Before anyone could even step in, Heathcliff swung wildly at Ishmael.
너 따위가 뭘 한다고 함부로 짓거려!
Ew.
이보게들.
Yisung's trying, but Tussle was such a blitz that no one could even attempt to intervene. Yisung almost looked pitiful as he stood there, bewildered. Yisung having some trauma moment here. For a moment it appeared as though Heathcliff had the upper hand as his fist struck Ishmael right in her jaw. Whoa! Caught above guard. Just as Ishmael appeared to throw a punch, she kicked Heathcliff's leg, throwing him to the ground. Ishmael, wait! In the blink of an eye, Ishmael took up her mace. She raised it high as though she could strike it down at any moment. Her arm trembles of uncontrollable fury. Angry.
그래, 머리통을 내려치려고 내가 전에 했던 것처럼 죽여.
Like I did you before.
상관없어. 어차피 살아날 테니까. 나하고 다를 거라 생각하는
Magic-ish.
역시 다들 똑같네.
Oh god, she saw herself in the reflection. I wasn't sure what caused her sudden change of heart, but it was a relief of sorts, at least. She looked at Heathcliff with her eyes wide open and dropped the mace to the ground.
이런 불상사를 다시 보고 싶진 않았소만.
Poor Yisung. Yisung like, fuck, man. We're trying to prevent this.
결국 벗들과의 다툼은 피할 수가 없는.
He still has some growing to do. I'm you.
쟤네 보니까 우리 옛날 생각나지 않아? 저렇게 치고받고 싸울 때가 있었는데.
Mom and dad fighting. There's a lot of PTSD going on, like, around. I thought this was supposed to be a happy-go-lucky beach episode. What happened, huh?
단테, 첫 임무로부터 큰 분란이 발생한 적은
True, we haven't had this quite this big of a dispute since our first mission.
수감자들의 업무 불안은
Oh,
관리 실패로 간주되며
oh.
귀책 사유를 물을 수 있습니다.
Oh. What the hell was I supposed to do about this? Was what I wanted to say, but I managed to hold my metaphorical tongue.
이것이 어떻게 관리자님의 책임이지? 저 머저리들이 멋대로 싸웠을 뿐이지 않나?
그러한 일을 벌어지지 않게 하는 것이 관리라는
It's
직무죠.
true.
이놈.
But all like I was trying to say Dante that he will be fired next time. Can they really fire him though? I feel like his job is kind of secure. They kind of need him.
맞소. 이런 상황은 영웅적인 우리 림버스
Holy shit, 666. In hell we love meant. 666, holy moly. Just gonna dock his bay. Obviously, exactly $0 an hour. In hell we lament. Lament! Sinclair's hesitance. Don Quixote's attempts to defuse, forced impassive voice, and Otis's increasingly rising voice in my defense. All that combined was starting to get incredibly irritating. Stop. Guys, enough. I had no other recourse left at this moment. Ishmael, Heathcliff.
뭐?
Two of you, stop working together for a while. Distance yourselves. At least until I can think of a way to deal with you two.
나라고 저 면상을 굳이 찾아보고 싶진 않아.
Okay. Thus the mood fell into a pit as depressing as this mudflat.
자, 이제 견적도 나왔으니까
Limbus, huh?
제품을 모으러 가셔도 될 것 같네요.
So feel free to go collecting those scraps. Yep. Distract yourself with crabs. We spent the next few days collecting scraps with the rest of the sinners.
계획보다 더 일찍 의뢰를 완수했네요. 저와 파우스트의 뛰어난 능력
Time to
덕분이지.
collect scrap.
여러분의 능력도 나쁘지
Well,
않았어요.
I'll grab myself a drink real quickly. I had a can of Cock Zero in my fridge. Yo, lunacy. 17799. Who's up saving their lunacy for a burger snack? Out here saving my lunacy. When I say my lunacy, let's just say. Did I run? Oh, well, I live in a studio apartment. My fridge is like 3 meters away. It's not very far. I don't have to run. Oh, it's a module. Huh. Dungeon. Where my bonglu? These are incorrect bonglus. Is that enough though? That's not enough. Bonglu. $40, yep, good. All good. I do kind of wish that the loading screen images did rotate some of the older ones as well. Like, they get replaced so quickly. And because you really only see like maybe the last like 4 or 5 images only come up on the loading screens. I kind of wish they like there was a little bit more variety and not just the newest stuff.
야, 설마 벌써 죽었냐?
Because, for example, I was really disappointed after I cleared Kanto 4, and then I had like a bunch of really good CGs as the loading screens, and they've been replaced so quickly. Not newest, but the last you saw. Or you can set the one you desire. What the fuck? You can? Oh, just what you last watched. Doing the UI rework soon, so maybe we can get a way to cycle through CGs. Yeah, something like that would be nice. You can watch, but that, dude, watching them again just to get the CGs, that's like, come on, that's just not reasonable. That's just not reasonable. Because I finished Kanto 4 and I had like a bunch of the good Yi Sung ones at the end. Not Yi Sung feed YouTube chat, not that one. The other Yi Sung ones, and also then the close-up of Dante's face. Do not sniff. I rewatched Spice Sang.
Huh?
Oh, you can skip from? I didn't even notice that there was slightly bigger crab. He's dead. Do not sniffer. Sniffer banned. Limbus. Wasn't exactly a dungeon, it just used a module instead of using 20 stamina. It was just one fight. It was just like, oh, you can use stamina faster because you can use modules instead. Slightly bigger crab with a fucking cannon! Don't have superior feet. Yeah, the ones that have never left the shoes. Yeah, I think that was probably the grind stage for sure, since you can make a bunch of modules and then grind a bunch at once. The days were suffocating for them as it was for me. Well, save for Otis, maybe.
어이, 그렇게 연결하면 흡기 쪽에 문제가 생기잖아.
그러면 어떻게 해요? 라인이 세 개나 나뉘는데.
Otis knows the bus this well?
답답하군. 직접 시범을 보이지. 이런 건 내가 공병대들과 작전을 지휘했을 때에 비하면.
Oh, Engineering Corp. Otis appeared to be rather knowledgeable in engineering, continuing to explore motor boatworks bus modifications. Backseating.
수감자들의 신상 명세서에 기호품이나 취향에 대한 기록은 없어.
Yi-sung just trying to find also drunk Olga. Hag. Yi-sung trying to find what the sinners like.
작성해두지는 않습니다. 이상 씨, 벌써 몇 번이나 말씀드렸지만 지금의 조치는 관리자님의 판단을 우선하는 것이.
No, let Yi-sung help. Let him help. He wants to.
에헤이, 싸운 거 풀 때는 술만한 게 없다니까.
Right sloshed.
어디 내 비장의 술이라도 내줘?
설마 지난번부터 계속 말한 킹크랩계 뇌수 담그는
Crab brain wine. Yummy.
오, 그건 나도 좀 땡기는데.
아니요. 내가 직접 물어보겠네.
안될 것 같아.
He's being so proactive, Yi-sung. Yi-sung's trying to come up with various ways to bring Heathcliff and Ishmael's feud to a close. She's cooking. She put her chef stuff back on. Merceau as well. Merceau speaking her language? She's from the military, but also good at engineering. Well, the military has, you know, engineers in it, because someone's got to work on the military gear. The military does a lot of engineering and a lot of science, actually.
아직 붙어 있을 때 그렇게 해보는 것도 새로운 예술을 추구하는 방향이겠군.
Should be fun to get his ass kicked by Railway 4 if he ever makes it before Saiga's like, yeah, we'll see if I make it to it.
고통을 더
Depends on, I guess, how long the season just will keep going. Because I have to get past Punto 6. Engaging in the culinary arts.
저희 언제 저녁 먹을 수 있어요? 벌써 그 대화만 30분째예요.
They're losing it.
레인, 나 죽어.
Oh, until the end of the year? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make it before that.
누님, 정신 차리셔야 합니다.
It seemed that Yoshio and Soul were trying to come up with a way to make the trash cabs more palatable. Not that it had any taste buds or a mouth, but it was starting to resemble actual food, at least in presentation.
꼬맹이들, 그리로 튄다. 꼬맹이!
A child?
아니요. 자,
Ah,
싱클레어군 마무리를.
young Sinclair. El golpe de gracia.
그레고르 씨, 저는 왼쪽 다리 할게요.
알았다고.
Most other singers were busying themselves with hunting trash crabs and collecting scrap. They say that practice makes perfect, and everyone was already performing rather well coordinated attacks, even without my input. As for Heathcliff,
그레고르 씨, 불쇼라도 보여주시는 건가요?
rotisserie skills.
좀더
Flames lack flair.
아니,
Crab to roach communicating. Basaro.
빼내었다. 이미
No.
상실한 것 같지만.
나 주시오.
She eat. She consume.
먹지 못하였어.
히스클리프군.
Heathcliff.
뭐야 그게 저기 길잡이 그 인간이랑 면담하고 왔어. 이제
The guide.
면담 맞지?
아무튼 말썽은 안 일으키도록 하겠어. 그것뿐이야. 그러니까 나도 하나만.
Spare me some nosh. Virgilius there. I forgot that was a. I forgot I had that emote. Don't know if Virgilius really just had a talk with Heathcliff, but I'm glad that, unlike most other times, he was here to at least get Heathcliff to calm down. But Ishmael.
단테, 잠깐 괜찮겠습니다.
Dante.
뭐 오가는 대화가 아니라 일방적인 얘기겠지만.
Mm-hmm. Also, I just realized it says number 10 on Dante's jacket.
이미 대충 두 문제아들에
A little meeting.
면담을 진행했었습니다. 보았던 것처럼 히스클리프에게는 교육을 진행해 효과를 보았지만.
Was he 10th sinner technically? I didn't remember that. I didn't notice that 10th wasn't in the other sinners.
이스마엘은 해결되진 않았습니다.
Yeah, because Sinclair's was 10 but crossed out and 11. Yeah, okay, I do remember the crossed out, yeah.
정확히는 해결할 이유가 없다고 할까?
No reason to resolve, okay. What are you talking about?
무슨 뜻인지 묻고.
He knows? He totally can't hear us, guys.
설마 설명까지 덧붙이는
Oh, come on, Bergie.
아니겠죠. 조망 애초에 이런 애들 뒷바라지나.
Okay, I can understand. You don't have to shine your eyes at me. I understand.
제 소관이 아니니까 말입니다. 관리자 단테.
Now you're putting in extra work and I appreciate it.
앞으로는 제가 나서는 일은 없었으면.
Man, his voice is so low and gravelly though. It's wild. If only I could sound like that.
면담을 한 것은 최근 업무 성과가 나쁘지 않았던 것에 대한 작은 성의라구나 생각해 두시죠. 그럼 저는 그 어금니 사무소에
얘기할 것이 남아서. Based on body expressions, really though. Yeah, okay, so it's just reading body language. Like that, Ishmael was left alone, with little progress to speak of. According to the people from the boatwork, she apparently snuck out alone late at night to make various preparations. Even when I visited her, when I found her hanging about and called over to her, she didn't respond to me at all. Daddy energy off the charts, I didn't even see that one. She wasn't ignoring me, rather, she seemed too deeply fixated on what she was doing. What should I do about it? No, what was I supposed to do then? While a clear answer still eluded me, Mephistopheles' Misamer was entering its final stages. Too accurate. Yeah, I also indeed I thought the numbers for the sinners was based on like associations and stuff. Numbers and languages that the associations are based on. Yeah, and there could be more to it, but at least that's seemingly how, or that is how the numbers come. Whether or not those whether or not the ordering has really been that relevant yet is, you know, the last scrap. Oh, we are at a 10-11. Okay, 10 out of 11. Also, this has gone kind of fast. No, 7 people. We can take Don as well. We can take Ish as well. Don't forget Bonglu. Didn't fucking give me any Bonglus. Where's my Bonglus? Not enough Dimension Shredder Bonglus. Is this the only way to reset support unit? Going in and out? There we go. Oh, true, I should just do 6 so I get more slots. As of now, kinda damn. Have less friends. Damn. Alright, there isn't like a cooldown or anything on using a specific friend.
잠깐만. 아직 충전.
Don't have to leave the team map to reset it, just the team selection screen. Back to identities and friends. Oh. Or did I do the last dungeon of Hell's Chicken? I might not have done that ever. True, it had like a separate dungeon. Or like the farming dungeon. Actually, I think I might have never done that. I didn't have time to maybe do it. All the sinners, save for Ishmael, gathered to behold the finished product.
이것이 새롭게 변한 버스의 모습이요?
이것은
Bus boat. Boat bus. I think I'll go with bus boat?
바퀴는 어디 갔죠? 이러면
Yeah, we do also need the bus back at some point.
쓸데없는 걱정이군. 당연히 배와 버스의
okay.
오갈 수 있게 개조했지.
Dude, it's like, dude, this is just like One Piece when they upgrade the boat.
메피스토펠레스는 원래부터 여러 가능성에서부터 나오는 각종 기능을 지닌 버스였어요. 파우스트.
자, 그쯤들 하시고 시동을 걸어보죠.
Transformer bus. As Mika fiddled with his controls, the bus, the bus boat shuddered awake. Huh? And sputtered off with the odd screeching noise we heard earlier.
뭔가 부족한 것 같은데요. 형상 변환 쪽 장치.
Form transmogrifier.
귀청 떨어지는 줄 알았네. 대체 뭐가 부족하면 저런 소리가 나는 거야?
미카, 아무래도 저번에 적당히 때운 그게.
뭐?
Make do?
적당이라고 했나?
어쩔 수 없었다고요. 부품이 모자랐단 말이에요. 원래는 대체가 안 되는.
Yeah, this interval was pretty short. If this is like the last bit, then like this is the last map, so. Because did this one have a dungeon at all, or was it did not even have one? Like, did the Intervallos not have dungeons after the first one?
이전에 마주했던 거대 돌연변이 개체입니다.
Huge crab.
이쪽으로 오고 있군요.
전과 같은 소리에 이끌렸나 보.
마침 잘 됐네.
Good. Yo.
저 커다란 놈.
Some do,
분명
some don't.
콩깍지에
Okay.
그 부품을 달고 있었어. 맞지?
Yo,
그렇긴
big crab for our
한데요.
parts.
누님, 아니죠?
맞는데 그 부품이 비싸고 만들기 힘들어서 많이들 필요로 한다는 그거 맞잖아.
근처에 있던 다른 보트센터 직원분들도 많이들 돌아가셨다는 건 기억하고 계시죠?
그거야.
Giga crab.
부품 때문이 아니라 갑자기 덮쳐 들어온 거니까 그런 거고. 지금은 여기 우리
Lads and lassies.
이렇게나 많이 있으니까. 맞다. 우리 완전 거질 때부터 보트센터 세우는 걸
From our
도와주던
bum
놈들도
days.
저놈이 다 죽였지? 이번 기회에 속 시원하게 박살 내버리자.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Dungeons would only be with distortions. Yeah.
킹크랩계 뇌수 담금주도 더 만들고.
Alcoholic.
누님?
우리도 나눠줄 거지?
Radia, please.
우리요?
이번 킹크랩계는 몇 년씩이나 해를 묵었다고 하니까요. 같은 놈이겠네요.
Dennis is realizing that, oh, only if there's a distortion is there dungeon.
아무튼 그놈만 잡아주기.
Yeah, can we get some crabs in chat? Once the crab comes on, can we get some crabs in chat?
바로 그렇다는데 시계 대가리.
Tifa turned to me, visibly eager to go up and crush some shells.
아니요. 차라리 잘 됐지 않나요?
Ish, please. We don't have a choice.
나 참, 미스 어디 있다가 온 거야?
당연히 대호수에서 버틸 수 있는 준비.
For our survival. crab.
빼곡하게 만들어둬야 최소한의 공부를
And
하지
crab
않나요?
rape. I don't know people riot either.
나 그런 거 안 읽는 거 알면서 또 그런다.
그럼 읽을 수밖에 없도록 귀에 못이 박히게 해드리죠. 관리자님 보셨죠? 저희에게는 아직도 시간이 필요해요.
Okay, Ish, but the crab is coming. Like, we don't have a choice. The crab is arriving.
저 킹크립계는 쫓아낼 수 있는 거잖아요. 그럼 그렇게 해두고 버스 개조는 좀 더 뒤로 미루죠. 그렇게 시간을 벌면.
Ishmael, I'm not sure. My lack of memory doesn't help, of course, but I don't get what you're so scared of, or what we're supposed to be preparing for, because she's not telling us. As much as I want to respect her opinions and reflect them, I don't think this is the best for all of us. So,
모두는 무슨 모두예요.
wow, I'm trying to make a team here, Ish. Huh?
솔직해지죠 저희. 지금 여기에 정말로
Maybe not, but I feel like multiple selfish people can sometimes more.
목표를 이루기 위해 림버스 컴퍼니와 계약했죠. 저도 이전번에 이상 씨도 그리고 나머지의 모든
Okay, stop. No, do not throw this shade at our boy Yi-sung. Yi-sung is working for the greater good now. The character development. He's doing his best, okay? He wants everyone to get along.
결국 자신이 이루고 싶은 걸 이루기 위한 거 아닌가요? 그리고 당신도 기억을 되찾기 위해서 생전 알지도 못했던 황금 가지라는 걸 억지로 찾아다니고 있는 거잖아요. 누구보다 개인적인 동기로 움직이면서 왜 모두를 위하는 척이신 거죠?
It's a problem when Ish has like too much logic and reason when she argues.
그만.
Virgilius, who seemed to have been discreetly listening in on our conversation, joined as though he'd been a part of it from the start. Dante Network.
이스마일, 면담 때 분명하게 이야기했지. 계약을 지키는 것이
Oh no, he get angry.
우선이라고.
그래요. 여기는 회사니까 그렇겠죠.
Can't do nothing about the contract. Contract, you know, it exists. Ishmael glared at me with a face unlike anything she'd shown before. I sensed clear hostility in her eyes.
그 잘난 계약은 지키죠. 관리자님. 당신이 시키신다면 따르기는 할 거예요. 그러니까 앞으로 제게 바라는 게 있다면
Stated clearly. Okay, yeah, she's no longer gonna go out of her way to sometimes be helpful.
앞으로 제가 주제넘게 나서서
Yeah.
거나 설명하는 일은 없을 테니까. 뭐예요? 저 집채만하게 큰 놈 죽이러 가자는 명령 아니었나요?
Manager
주시는 대로
Dante.
계약에 따라 기꺼이 따르죠. 관리자 단테님.
After Ishmael finished speaking, she blankly stared at me as if waiting my order. To which I could only reply with, "Let's go." As soon as I finished, Ishmael turned around and left the shop as if on cue. All I could do was lead the other sinners and follow her. Just then, I heard a vicious sound of crashing waves and roars of an all-crushing storm. Visions of destruction passed before me. Limbs and bits of flesh tear off in the shredding storm that brings crashing waves. Ishmael clings to the ship for dear life. And the behemoth of an eye, its overwhelming and all-consuming size looming over the ship, watches her in silence. Nice whale! Perhaps this could be a clue to Ishmael's perplexing behavior. Fish is going through puberty. Why, nice whale. Yo, crab. Holy shit, 3 waves of crabs? So many crab. Crab, 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 crab. Crab while there's an insane guitar solo going on. The crab solo. Yo, the plus coin boost. Get crabbing. Think crabbing. Wait, let me. This is important. It must be up here. Think crabbing. They scared me. Punch that crab. Stab that crab. No! They're crabbing me. Get the cannon crab. Yeah, good, good, good. Give, oh, Pulse is all the way over here. She's not gonna get charged. The crab is gonna die. Yeah. Edgar Grigor passes hard to make cohesive once you're at high SP. Yeah, you do like have to... You do have to like, use a bunch of egos then to like constantly change your SP. Well, it's not that hard. If you're at max HP when you get into a fight, then you just need to use a bunch of you use egos to get to lower SP. But if you start at 0 SP and you are at 45, then crab passive. All right, yeah. Well, I've had the crab in MD. That's right. Is this actually a focused encounter? I didn't even check. Because obviously it's a focused encounter in MD, and I'm assuming it's supposed to be because big crab. Oh yeah, the crabs do start to fight each other, don't they? The big crab starts eating the other crab. Whoa, Otis, what the hell? Oh yeah, I fucking just destroyed a crab. Especially with my luck. Crab eat crab kind of world is fucked up, man. Twack, twack, twack. Yeah, the AoEs though. I don't remember these boys even having any AoEs. I haven't actually seen the crabs in MD nearly as much now that I have some other stuff unlocked. Huge crab man, King Trash Crab! There he is, crab! Gonna get some crabs in the chat! Oh yeah, it's this thing, the heal. Crab, giant enemy crab! Yeah, because this dude, this dude indiscriminate attacks the crab people. We'll get some egos going, sure. There's not that many egos to get going, though. We'll get some haste on him, though. We're just gonna win rate this shit, because we can. Crab, 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 crab. Stab that crab. Think crabbing. Oop. Goodbye, crab. Dude. It got it. It's crabs. It's the correct form of chat for this situation. Crab. Giant enemy crab. My honest reaction to crab. Crab. Any other? Nah, okay. Looking for any good egos to use? I could have used that on someone else to get charged, but no, hey, he doesn't have like any charge. You say win rate is a bad idea, but watch me. Sinner's level 1 was crab level 9,000. Okay, good. Doing the boss so that the actual photo electric goes on the boss. She crab on my crab till I'm crab. Grab him. Grab him, Pequod. Oh no. Never mind. Yeah, slash does not do much anything. Bonk, 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 bonk. Thank you, Foss, for the 244. Crab, 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 crab. Nice crabbing, everyone. Applaud yourself. Good crabbing, good crabbing. Crab is dead. It is true though. That's true. This is Pierce floor, and those indeed are horrible MD. So can go wrong. According to Virgilius, the people at the boatworks have been saving up for a trip back to V Corp's back streets, where their fixer office used to be. After experiencing a warp train malfunction, they apparently decided they'd rather take the car. Whoa. Did the crab not even get to use Crab Rave? I don't think so, no. Crab just kind of died. Considered telling them the truth, I learned from a number of identities, but I figured ignorance is bliss and kept my figurative mouth shut. Which warp train malfunction? The one in ruin. I wonder. Maybe I feared that the things I said could bring bad results again. Like how Ishmael has fallen out with me. Nice bus.
이걸로 완성이네요.
Genuinely named crab. Oh, they have an ability called Crab Rave.
마침 밀물 때네요. 지금
Okay, we can no longer think crabbing because there is no crab left.
자, 그럼.
Oh, whoa! Jesus, they're distorting our bus.
이렇게 변하는군.
Holy boat.
존경스럽네요. 사실 저도 듣기만 들었지 실제로 이렇게 작동하는 건 처음 봐서.
Crabless.
아마 이 차량의 핵심만 건재하다면 다른 형태로도 충분히 바뀔 수 있을걸요? 어떻게 이런 코어가 존재할 수 있는 거죠?
Nice core.
정말
They're gassing up Mephi.
네, 파우스트는 대단해요.
Indeed, Faust is amazing.
자, 그럼 다들 탑승하세요. 물가에 가서 배로 다시 전환하면 될 거예요.
Aboard the now boat-shaped Mephistopheles, we forged ahead into the ever-rising waters. My relationship with Ishmael was still precarious, which was something I still wasn't sure what to do about. But since some of the sinners were also trying to be supportive towards Ishmael, I decided that it would be best if I tried to come up with a solution in the meantime. Maybe I'll find out more the further we get from the shores of the Great Lake.
잘 나아가네요.
The size of the boat is inconsistent as how you see this one CG and then the boat at Kanto 5. Maybe, dude, it can transform into bigger boat or smaller boat, I guess. Dude, they can get paid.
계약 이행 완료하자마자 재배지 협회에서 보낸 배송
Deviat
점검을
Association.
바로 잔금을 치러 주시던데요.
오, 생각보다 어마어마한 회사였는데. 좋아.
Hot damn.
잔뜩 벌었으니 오늘은 크랩게 말고 오랜만에
Yo.
돼지고기 어때?
Pork.
삼겹살로.
Holy.
좋죠, 누님.
그런데 미카.
응?
네?
이번 개조 목록에 잠수 기능도 있었어?
그럴 리가요?
저거 기우는 것 같은데.
Boys? Our boat? No! Boat!
양동이는 어딨죠? 구멍을 찾았어.
Have a hole.
이곳에.
출발할게. 보글보글.
Glub glub.
구명보트 꺼내올게요.
They did not do a good job.
위약금 낼 준비나 해야겠다.
저작금.
Oh no. Crab moment. Fin. Dude, it's fin like a fish has fins. No pork for them, no. No pork, only crab. With our frantic attempts to train the bus and Karon's skillful rowing, we managed to get back to the boatworks and have the bus repaired. With that, our voyage on the Great Lake began somehow in earnest. Thank you, Sinclair.
계획보다 더 일찍
Thank you, Twitch Sinclair.
저와 파우스트의 뛰어난 능력 덕분이지만 여러분의 노력도 나쁘지
The
않습니다.
evil defining. That's a dude. That building looks like straight out of One Piece. We really are becoming One Piece. Oh, there's the minis. Right, there's the minis. Rooms past the back door and the first world progress. Now I can guess I could go over these as well. I forgot that there's some of these minis every now and then. Ricardo Milos. Yeah, I'll go for the minis now for sure. I have 382 now. Oh yeah, I should obviously prioritize the tickets. I can almost get all of them. Oh yeah, 400 for all of them, obviously. Let's go minis. Oh, these aren't voiced, I'll actually have to read them out. Yeah, you get a bunch of lunacy from, I mean, Kanto 4, for example, gives a bunch of lunacy. Because there's so many maps. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. Whether we're riding the bus through a forest or navigating the bus boat over a vast lake, our daily routine changes very little. Thank you kindly. Starting now, you'll all be given a maximum of 12 hours to partake in sleep and rest. The duration is subject to change. Have a good night. The usual hubbub followed by the usual leisurely idleness. I guess I'm not the only one starting to enjoy these normal, routine days. Wasn't by our choice though. By now I thought we'd be sailing vigorously across the waters toward the Lobotomy Corp branch located somewhere within U-Corp. But here we are, unable to leave the coastal side of the Great Lake, dawdling and twiddling our thumbs. Well, it's not like there's been an accident. While Faust didn't elaborate, she explained that we had to wait for now. Hey there, Karane. If I were to hazard a guess, we were waiting here to complete some kind of entry procedure like we did at K-Corp. Either that, or we're waiting for someone, probably the Before team, to get in touch with us. Which brings us here. Surrounded by nothing but endless water, the sinners chattered about inane subjects before complaining about this immense boredom. But deep down, we were all exhausted from the unending onslaught of physical and emotional draining happenings. Deep down, we all knew these leisurely days would not last. So we each elected to enjoy this brief maritime respite in our own ways. Yi-sung is not enjoying his time. Board game-like rules. If thou needest mine assistance, as I have repeatedly made myself clear, I am quite alright. Deagle. Thy countenance, returning the contents within thy stomach to the lake with such vigor, saith otherwise. Except for Yi-sung, who had surprisingly low tolerance for seasickness. This voyage was proving to be rather uneventful. Yi-sung, the day's over. You can go back to your room now. Oh, shall I finally be freed from this suffering? Cream potato. Seriously, I told you that you could rest in your room if you wanted. Our fellow must also have their share of suffering. I cannot, in good faith, seek comfort only for myself. You're the one with the biggest share of suffering right now. While I wish that he'd be more reasonable with himself, I could see where he was coming from. I thought better of it than to try to convince him otherwise. I instead chose to help Yi-sung to his room. Thank you, Dante. Then, until later. 65k? Holy! I waved at him and watched until he stumbled into his room and closed the door behind him. Then I shall seek myself respite as well, Manager Esquire. Yeah, rest well. Don Quixote walked in the same door that Yi-sung had walked into. I could get a blurry glimpse into her room over her shoulder. I couldn't get a good look at it, but it was certainly not the same room Yi-sung had walked into. Similar horror before Third World Pokies got absolutely robbed. I see these doors every day, but I still don't get it. I should probably be used to this by now, but it's still pretty fascinating how the rooms changed based on who opened the doors. I turned, leaving the shut door behind, ready to return to my room. Oh, he looks so small. The doors look different. There's a door immediately to the right side of that demarcation of the corridor where we're not allowed to cross. Within that door is a space somewhat different from the sinner's rooms. Next to you, I now feel poor. Wait, because how many is 65k? How many rolls? 13,000 is 100 rolls, isn't it? 13,000, 26,000, 39,000. 52,000. It's like 400, 500 rolls, 500 rolls almost? Like 500 rolls, yeah. Yes, that's a lot. I don't think I think that's about the maximum amount I've had in like saved up in like Arknights as well. I think the max I got to was like around 500, like 500, 600. And that was after, you know, actively playing like 3 years and almost having everything. Like not rolling for ages. So Jesus Christ, that's a lot. That's a lot of lunacy. My Gambit can't save even 50 rolls. He's broken, man. It does help when you have all the units and you shard a bunch of them, then yeah, lunacy is just kind of free. In there were the wooden door to my room and the metal door leading into the mirror dungeon. Ah, they're here. I see. Oh yeah, that is the mirror dungeon. Dante room, mirror dungeon, and then the doors leading to the excavation dungeons and the recently opened door to the refraction railway also come into view. Except for me no railway. No new doors yet. For no reason in particular, I creak those doors open and take a quick peek inside to see if anything changed. Well, I've never actually managed to catch any changes myself, but who knows? Maybe I'll notice something worth keeping to myself. Which I should probably report to Faust. Ka-ching! Something must have caught wind of my rather mischievous thought. An ear-splitting siren blares all the way here from the other end of the bus. Blimey, what the hell is... Oh boy, this again? M.E. Kill the volume. I spun around to face the other side of the corridor. The sinners, alarmed by the noise, were one by one peeking out of their rooms. Woke. They were used to this siren by now, but that didn't change the unpleasant fact that their sweet private hours were disturbed. Add you on Twitch. Well met, Dante. Let us observe this disturbance together. Okay. I accompanied Faust to the helm. Nice fucking beep. Okay, yeah, I was just gonna say, are they gonna stop the beeping sound? It's like actually annoying. She fiddled with a few buttons and shut off the alarm. Incomprehensible, complicated looking letters began to fill the round screen. Is that a new room? Even Force needs a moment to decipher. Right. The siren always comes without warning. And with it appeared the mirror dungeons, the luxcavation dungeons, and the refraction railways. I don't know if it's relevant, but I didn't see anything that would indicate activity when I checked the railway door earlier. It is unlikely that anything new would appear from that entrance. I find it difficult to believe that the next time would arrive so soon when the glow of the door leading to line 2 has yet to go out. I guess you're right. First railway really took me by surprise when it happened. Yeah, this feels a little weird when, you know, I wasn't there for it. A new door had appeared before us, its edges shimmering with a blue glow, and when we entered it, a mysterious vehicle was just sitting there, waiting for us. What do you mean? It's just a train! Its appearance somewhat resembled that of the Mephistopheles, but it was also patently clear that I'd never seen anything like it before. An odd feeling. See that your first encounter with the train has left a strong impression, Dante. Well, I recall that you had a rather violent reaction when I entered the train to observe its interiors. Come on, I wasn't the only one that freaked out, everyone did. What if that thing left the station before the rest of us got on? Was what I wanted to say if Faust hadn't already turned around from the screen, to which her eyes had been metaphorically glued for a while, and walked away. This wasn't it then? No, this was particular volatility is not something we can utilize. Right, I thought it was an awkward time for a new door to appear. Too soon. Too soon. The dungeons and the railways appeared at awkward times as well, Dante. I recommend that you refrain from setting into a premature conclusion. A new variable may present itself at any moment. Moreover, this volatility has triggered an alarm in Mephistopheles' engine, then it naturally follows that a new door has appeared at an indeterminate location down the corridor. It may reveal a space from which one could never return. It is best that we keep track of these incidents. Even Heathcliff wouldn't do anything like that again. Probably. As per my last advice to you, a premature conclusion is... Regardless, no serious issues have been detected at this moment. It would be most apt that we enjoy our remaining rest period. Now, if you'll excuse me, rest well, Dante. With those as her parting words, Faust disappeared into her room in her usual manner. Left alone again on this boat. I looked at the numerous letters displayed on the screen. Numbers, unintelligible letters, drawings, and symbols depicting something. Had to shake my clock head after staring at that dizzying sight for a while. I wonder if this is how Yi Sung felt earlier. I'm starting to feel nauseous. I was barely able to hold back the vertigo from setting in. Time to saunter back to my room. Let's turn in early tonight. Yeah, that is very clear. That does feel a little out of place without kind of having actually experienced the railways like normally. But I mean, it still gives you, because I didn't realize that it told me, for example, that right the doors to the dungeons and stuff actually appear in the bus or the corridors like that, which I didn't realize. Which is, you know, kind of cool that they do like tie it to the world like that. Also, I mean, clearly the first Walpurgis Night is also here. Ow. The fuck? How did ow, I hurt my thumb like a little bit somehow. They mentioned sometimes what they saw in previous RR. There's a link to the content. RR free after Kanto 5. Yeah, this is before Kanto 5, so I think this would be the second RR. No, they mentioned they mentioned that the first line had finished and the second line was still like active or whatever. How do you get gifted Limbus pass? Reasonable. I have 3 femboys in debt to me and I need to use them somehow. Huh? This latter half was unnecessary. Also, I mean, also, you can still get gift cards on mobile as well. Or you can bind to Steam as well. Lapdom. Like if you're on Google, you can get. I'm pretty sure you can get gift cards on both Google and like iPhone. So just get a Google Play gift card or an Apple's, whatever it is, Apple App Store gift card. Look, there was an in-game way to gift Limbus. Yeah, but that usually just doesn't end up working because of the different stores and whatnot. They like the whole sort of purchasing directly through the game is kind of just not something they want to do. Because they need to, well, because they want to, the payments have to kind of go through the App Store or whatever. So then kind of paying from like game to game or like that is kind of weird. The transaction has to go through the store, be it Steam or Google Play or App Store, because of regulation. Just pay KJ so he send it to your friend. True. Alright, we were reading. Any other inanimate person just sends gift here? Yeah, well, yeah, because that's the thing. Well, because I think, yeah, just, yeah, I'm not sure, because I don't really see that on, like, anything almost, where you can buy, like, sort of in-game stuff, like, in-game transactions. I feel like I don't think any game kind of allows you to gift them. Or most games. Well, obviously you can gift games and stuff, but because those also go through the store. Gacha games, and I mean, even other games, like, I mean, I guess, you know, like MMOs and stuff, I guess you can kind of, you know, maybe buy stuff directly with the game. Also, yeah, chargeback is... It just, I feel like there probably maybe would be a way to do that. It might also just be that since you can buy gift cards so easily, there's kind of no reason to try and implement a gifting system, because I feel like a direct gifting system would be incredibly niche. Like, how many people would actually need that instead of just buying someone a gift card and then they can just do what they want with it? Or, yeah, indeed, logging into the other dude's account. Like, if you need to buy it through the account itself, then, like, oh, you have a friend, just log in through your account. Yeah, and it only becomes worth dealing with, like, direct purchasing through the game and stuff like that, like, kind of bypassing the store. Like Senes has said, it's only worth trying to do if you're huge. Just, like, massive. Beam accepting lunacy gives someone to watch the person charge back and my lunacy drops to -3. No! Right, I was reading, wasn't I? Why flushed? What? Huh? Why flushed? Look, oh, it just looks goofy. Another day, another prolonged and dreary period of waiting. Waiting and some more waiting for something to happen. Of course, our bus boat was still floating on the coastal Great Lake. Voices of discontent among the singers started small, but they have been growing increasingly incessant as of late. God, holy crap! More wee wee woo woo. Flushed hater bopper. From moved over, I see. All of a sudden, an ear-splitting siren echoes throughout the cabins. It's that alarm again, warning us of a volatility in Mephistopheles, but it was much louder, much more painful than the ones we've heard before. And this time, it wasn't the only thing that assaulted our senses. Huh? We've never had flashing like this before, right? What is this time? The hell did you feed this bloody rickety bus? Ooh, this must be a signal that the long-awaited adventure is finally nigh! Is this what we've been waiting for this whole time? No. Virgilius frowned as though he sensed that something was off. He turned to Faust. One of those rare occasions when I could sense the slightest hint of confusion from him. Wee woo, wee woo. Mephi's blaring and crying. Mephi sick? What is this, Mrs. Faust? I wasn't informed about a siren like this before. First, a correction of falsehoods is in order. Mephistopheles is not bloody rickety, and eating is not part of its behaviors. Thus making frequent use of enkephalin supply gear installed in the engine for fuel, but that is of no negative consequence. Even if there was, whatever issues that may arise can handily be repaired after a proper total disassembly. Yapping. That was just a figure of speech. So what's this now? Sounds like the bus is about to explode. To label Mephistopheles as some bloody rickety bus completely disregards the amount of pain and effort Faust dedicated to designing, and Heathcliff, if you don't take it bad, I don't think he's ever gonna stop. Seriously? Yeah, Heath, take it back. The bus might actually blow up before she explains anything. Ugh. I take back what I said earlier. I cannot comprehend what you are attempting to take back. Your rather abstract reference to this unknown concept that you supposedly mentioned earlier is hardly clarifying. Anyway, allow me to list the specifications of screw used in Mephistopheles' construction that makes this creation so impressive. First, fine, I take back what I said about the bus. It's not bloody rickety and he doesn't need. I'm sorry, alright? Faust. Faust. The cabin briefly echoes of his cries, then a brief silence. I think I saw Faust flash the briefest grin of satisfaction. Good. Is the clown show over? This juvenile tedious exchange is testing my patience. Yeah, it's a bit different from the usual art. Don't think this one's for a new door. Quite simple. The night is here. What do you mean? I know this one. This is normal. This is a normal one. This is like millennial levels of acronyms. Thanks for the hydrate. Oh, never mind. Nope, I'm lost again. Oh, talk or I snap. Thank you, Sinclair. Well, Progus Night is here, it seems. The night is not here. That is very apparent, at least in this coastal area. The name does not refer to the time of day in which the sun moves beyond our line of sight. It appears to me that by that designation you're referring to a certain phenomenon. Yisung seemed to be doing a little better now that the waves had died down somewhat. Indeed. I'm certain that all of you are most familiar with the fact that extracting identities and ego from mirror worlds is one of the many functions of Mephistopheles' engine. But its reach is rather limited. Even if it has expanded over our journey, we have yet to reach mirror worlds that are too far from our own. What is the Golden Bow's doing? I know there was a fishing up more and more new things the longer our journey went on. Broadly speaking, yes, you could say that. Dante and our collective experiences gradually expand our range of extractions. Normally, extractions require a certain resource, but there were times when the identity cards appeared out of nowhere. Do you recall them, Dante? Nope. Yeah, some of them just randomly popped out of the engine. Wait, slow down. The hell's an identity card? Oh, okay, well, never mind. Huh? Heathcliff is lost. Oh, you still don't know? I'm jealous of you, Heathcliff. You have a talent for ignoring anything you don't care about. You looking to get your head smashed in or what? Right, knock it off, you guys. Guide Bud's giving us the evil eye. There, you know, the things Manager Bud pulls out of the engine from time to time. Average dialogue skipper. Heathcliff does skip the story. Those little rectangular objects with our alternate world. Wait, was it mirror worlds? Anyway, there's those things with depictions of our other selves on them. Yes, the things that look like mahjong tiles. No. Bad Honglu, no mahjong. I thought they looked a bit like wafers. I believe their domination comes from their appearance as cards that contain identities. Thus, it naturally follows they're named identity cards. So we're using those rectangular toys to transform into alternate selves? I never used them before. That's because I'm the one using them. On the device issued to Dante are indentations through which identity cards and ego can be inserted. They are reflected when we participate in battle. Kinda sad that Wolfbruce has a lot of stupidly good IDs for teams. The weight is killing me. Yeah, they kind of have to be good, you know? What if I ate the IDs? No, Roger, don't! Oh, so that's what they were fidgeting with before every fight. I could tell from his flabbergasted expression that none of it had ever even occurred to Heathcliff. Done. On the other hand, Don Quixote wore a somewhat forlorn expression. What's wrong, Don Quixote? Well, I Is this not about time when Ishmael would entreat upon this conversation and denounce Heathcliff with biting words such as, "You still didn't know"? That's just like you. This emptiness weighs heavily upon mine heart. Oh, you're right. Something was missing from this whole convo. I knew it. Somehow unaware. Do they forget? They forgore. You're right, daft bastards. Enough. We're not getting the information we need, Mrs. Faust. Please explain the present situation. What are these green lights? Understood. Taking into account the case of identity cards Dante received without spreading any lunacy, we can draw a conclusion that the Mephistopheles extraction has an element of unpredictability tied to its uncertainty. Words. The hell is she blathering about now? This item is of your design. To say that it has an element of unpredictability would indicate that. Correct. Then confounding fuels the engine, yes. However, extractions and reconstructions utilize chaos. Well, in easier terms, you could say that it uses the concept of possibilities itself as fuel. Just say that it's RNGesus Faust. Our extraction rate grows when we are able to clearly observe specific possibilities in the infinitely branching mirror worlds. During this period, however, the borders between the mirror realities are entirely shattered. RNG lore, it really is. Using the present as our anchoring point, it could be said that our current extraction range is approximately 3 years to the past or the future. During Walpurgis Night, however, that range grows to about 10 years or even more. In that case, thou meanest to say that identities of prominent fixers from times past may grace us with... Theoretically speaking, yes. But each Walpurgis Night has its own peculiarities. It will not let us reach into all potential possibilities. Does that mean that we may also be availed our alternate selves as the legendary fixer, the Arc Magnificence, the one and only? Red mist! Holy shit, is that the red mist? Holy! Whoa! That is extremely unlikely. But I will not completely dismiss the possibility. The extended range, I suppose, could be refined by worlds affected by entities that were indispensable to the formation of this current state of the world. An example of that would be the Lobotomy Corporation headquarters prior to White Nights and Dark Days. In some ways, your words sometimes find a roundabout way to the truth, Don Quixote. I didn't know who this red mist was, nor did I know what White Nights and Dark Days was. But I could hazard a guess that they both must have been pretty significant, considering that Regulus's face grew visibly tense as soon as they were mentioned. Sinners were unsettled, too. You conclude that this siren is no cause for any immediate concern, then. No, it isn't. Consider it a festival that arrives once in a while, for now. Festival. Festive times. Charon is festive, too. I don't know if I got all that, but this isn't what we've been waiting for, is it? No, we will continue to wait. The sinners sighed and groaned with disappointment as the newfound anticipation fizzled. Well, something did happen, but it wasn't something that would get us moving. I can see what a disappointment this might be to them. So, how do we stop that green light from flashing? It'll turn itself off when Dante extracts something from the engine, do not worry. Right, back to business all. Dante, extract something and turn that alarm off. WAD. We'll just be running more dungeons through the back door with whatever new thing they pull anyway. Still, this leisureliness is a very rare opportunity, isn't it? Blessed be the patient ones, or so it is said. See, y'all know? Every sinner says their piece before returning to their seats. Some of them walk out of the cabin to gaze at the lake. Something they must be growing a tad tired of doing at this point. Maybe they're just going out for a long sigh. And Otis walked up to me. Are you not worried, executive manager? Huh? About what that mad scientist said for now? There has to be more to that statement. Should I investigate this matter further? Otis was right. While Faust did tell us to consider this nothing more than a festival that arrives once in a while, she definitely knew more than she was letting on. But if Faust speaks of something in her characteristic cryptic manner, it means that she'll never tell us until she wants to. So funny to me that in the time the sinners were just hanging around waiting for the new canto. Like, damn. When they gonna update, huh? Looking at their clock. Or Dante, I guess. Also, they adjusted Dante's sprite as well, huh? Since the clock moved after the last canto. Well, it does bother me a little, but right now we don't have a lot of options. Just let's put a put in it for now. Otis nodded affirmatively, bowed, and returned to her seat. I think it did. There was a whole bit at the end of Canto 4 with one of Dante's cock hands moving. Well, let's get extracting, like Faust said. No, I can't extract this, Dante. It's not Walpurgis yet. It's like in a month. And then obviously next is Canto 5, which were not... Ooh, what the hell? Instantly very different map, huh? Like all segmented. That is Dante. Yeah. The sitting bench. Right, I think I never did. I think I didn't do it ever. Yeah, I think I never did this one because I finished the story dungeon like. Wait, did I? No, have I done it? Tell me, have I done it? You did though. Okay, never mind. Okay, because I no, I would have had all these already. But yeah, I have all the. Okay, no, so it is on the bill. Also, I think it does say suppress the dungeon boss there, like, click. Okay, so I didn't do it. I just, like, sped through it. Lol. Never mind. I did do it. Yeah, that was not as long of a Intervallo. I guess I kind of went fairly quickly. I tried to go somewhat quickly because I wanted to make sure I got it in the usual stream time. I wasn't 100% sure because I remember the Hell's Chicken taking almost like the entire time. Click again on the... Oh, click again. Oh. No, this is just the... This is just this. Is there a fight? Oh, first we didn't have the fight. Second wall. Damn. Damn, baited. Can't believe I got baited. So true, Foss, so true. Yeah, we did finish a little early, huh? I didn't necessarily mind that. But also, we finished Kanto 4. When I finished Kanto 4, I had like no time. Oh, there's some more notes. I could read these though. Reset in 3.5. Blink. I see. I've already gambled. I do not need to gamble anymore. Yeah, there's some more Dante notes. We can go through these. Oh, this updated. Okay. Because I read through these at one point. I didn't notice that there's probably been a bunch more actually since I finished Kanto 4 and so on. Mephistopheles, it's our mobile office, our home, and our vehicle. The sinners and I sleep, go to work, and fight here. Looks like a mix of a train and a bus, but everyone calls it a bus for some reason. Guess it makes sense considering our department's name. What's the first hour of the stream that I missed? Good. Apparently it's powered by an engine that Faust designed. Everything spelled out by Mephistopheles comes from its engine. Not only does it power the vehicle so that the bus can drive us to places, but it also lets us extract identities. You can also enter back rooms or training rooms via its back door, thanks to the engine. It seems that Mephistopheles can be upgraded and fitted with additional functions. I think one of the sinners said it's like the bus itself is growing or something. I don't remember who said it though. I read all of them, still has the... yeah, I don't know, maybe they are. No, well, this is clearly new at the very least. We're not starting Kanto 5 today. I don't want to like just randomly start it because I can't finish part 1 with the time I have left. So. The bus retransformed me into a boat. Guess this is what the additional functions meant. Further mechanics and performance upgrades were made possible by using both the Resonance tuning fork and Mephistopheles engine. That Mika person was in a constant state of astonishment now that I think about it. Heck, it's bigger on the inside than it is outside. Won't be surprised if all kinds of fantastical functions get added to it in the future. I'll just read up since I happen to notice that there's some of these. And because I also didn't actually get to like give any thoughts on the end or on Kanto 4 because the Kanto 4 stream itself went like later than usual, so I had to just kind of hop off very quickly. So I have a little bit of time to just read through some lore and yap a little about what I thought about the Kanto as well. And yeah, I do like that the intervallos are kind of like that. They're sort of you get a little kind of a breather, but they also set up the next canto. They're like, hey. Except for Intervallo 1, you know, Chicken Man was just Chicken Man. No, actually, no, it did. No, because Samjo appeared. I forgot. Samjo appeared in Intervallo 1 for the first time, so even that was like somewhat setting up the next canto. And obviously, it was in K-Corp Nest, so. Didn't quite understand why they were flying a bunch of drones around the city. Filming scenes of, yeah, this is Canto 4, but looks like there's a reason for all that. I learned some things about K-Corp Nest while carrying out the request, but I'm not sure if it's okay for me to leave a record of them. Okay, below are some information that I'm not supposed to write down, but I wanted to record it anyway. Here goes nothing. Who knows, one day I might even end up forgetting everything. Explain that HP apples were actually infinitesimally tiny nanobots helping regenerate the body. Apparently they were so small that a collection of them just happened to look like some green fluid. But none of that was true. They weren't anything even remotely close to nanobots. The ampoules were just filled with some green fluid. K-Corp safety bullets, also known as regeneration ampoules, aren't like ointments. Returns the body of the person injected with it to a form they remember as being unhurt. Stefanette, K-Corp's founder, went to the outreaches of the outskirts and brought back this organism they called the tearful thing, from which they extracted the fluid. Okay, yeah, this was the tearful thing stuff in the dungeon story. Okay, yeah, Stefanette was the K-Corp founder, yeah. And indeed brought back the little thing, and then K-Corp was like established on that. Brought back the boy to cry. I think the tearful thing was once a human, from what I've seen through Resonating with the Golden Path. Yeah, because that whole bit in the dungeon story with Stefanette and whatnot, it started with Stefanette and then just like some random boy who we didn't know. Or like, I mean, we didn't know either of them at that point. But it started with, it was Stefanette and some other dude. And then Stefanette started telling it stories, or still telling him stories, and then, oops, suddenly tearful thing. Which I didn't get to comment on previously either. Like, oh, wait. Did that dude turn into the tearful thing? Seems like their wish was that no one would ever suffer from pain again. Not that, and that wish was granted in some form anyway. Monkey's claw. Monkey's paw, rather. Theoretically speaking, its tears can heal literally any part of a body as long as its brain is intact. Just like its name, the tearful thing sheds tears when it feels sorrow, and by processing or watering down its tears are the ampoules K-Corp Singularity made. Both went together in the outskirts. The guy made a wish to the stars to not suffer again. He turned the eye. Yes, yeah. Turned into tearful thing. Funniest shit I ever seen. Yeah, the sad bedtime stories. Yeah, and then once Stefanette was gone, yeah, this was at the end where once Stefanette was gone, it turned into torture porn for tears instead. And then Dongrang came in with the sort of shitty version of Yongji's glass pane or glass window invention to show even more torture porn to the tearful thing. Like, hey, cool, thanks. You took this nice thing and turned it into a terrible thing. Cool, thank you. At first, the founder Stefan drew his tears by sharing sad or emotional stories. I mean, actually, they're going over it right here. Those who seize power after burning a constant stream of violent, shocking images to produce his tear more sufficiently. Forced the tearful thing to watch those violent and shocking tragedies. It's actually kind of nice, like, kind of nice for the maybe people who didn't pay as much attention or didn't think all of it through, that they kind of actually put some of the conclusions into here that you can then go and read afterwards. Like having Dante kind of almost expositioned up a little bit, like, hey, by the way, this is what it means. Because making it watch the same tragedy over and over isn't efficient. They have to keep feeding it new, different scenes of violence. That's why they're importing similar footage from the other nest. They were planning to use the glass window text into the mirror to give it a constant supply of footage, but our involvement seems to have thwarted that. Considering that the tearful thing is, after all, an organism, it also seems to be capable of producing offsprings. Alfonso called the one we saw a child entity. Don't know how, but if I were to hazard a guess, I'd say that they're trying to improve their production rates by using the tearful thing's children. I'm a little curious, but I wonder what would happen if prosthetics user were to be injected with a K-Corp ampoule. We learned that everything about this singularity, from its origin to its production methods, after they put us through the memory wipe procedure, I'm the only one who remembers it. I had to say hello and pretend that the procedure worked, even with my limited knowledge of the city. Felt like that this information was probably pretty important. Usually don't show these notes to the sinners anyway, but I'll have to be extra careful about it from now on. And then we got L Corp, basically Lob Corp here. Looks like I left behind some of the ego equipment in the Lobotomy Corp branches, once used to manage their abnormalities. I think there are some conditions and risks using these ego equipment, like the weapons of the armor, makes sense since they're extracted from the abnormalities the Lobotomy Corp used to manage. Also seem to affect the user's mood or speech patterns. Considering that they're made from abnormalities, they might pose a problem during a physical reach. Indeed, egos exist. And the T Corp, children aware. Look at in District 20's Nest. Looks like they specialize in using temporal technology. I've only experienced T Corp through resonating with the Golden Bow. I've never actually been to T Corp Nest before, so I'm not sure how true to life that experience was. Seem to value technology and inventions. The whole nest is literally monochromatic. I think having any color is a privilege permitted to only those with power. Black fumes constantly spewing out of numerous buildings have darkened its skies. U Corp, which we just learned a little bit about. District 21's Nest. They use a singularity called the resonance tuning fork. It can melt together two items of entirely different nature into one, as though they've always been a part of each other. Really interested in seeing what the truth, like what the reality behind... I feel like that's always such a fun part, is actually finding out what actually happens with the singularities. It's like, oh, it fuses stuff. Ow. Huh? What terrible, horrible thing is happening in the background to fuse this stuff? Some of the power of the resonance tuning fork melded guns and monstrous crabs called trash crabs together. They could use those melded firearms as though they were naturally born with them. U-Corp is scattered across the Great Lake with most of its major institutions located on its surface. Meaning that we're in a dire need of a ship if we want to go anywhere in U-Corp. So we got Mephistopheles modified into a ship using the resonance tuning fork. Seems to me that it overlaps this other region called the Outskirts. What if it's just a really cool tuning fork? Alright, Flippo, thanks for coming, man. Good veg. Oh, a whole bunch in here. I knew the association is not the only kind of organization a fixer might work for. Some of them also work for offices. They all seem to specialize in different things, just like the fixers themselves. Yeah, Molo work office, yeah. Associations. Seems to refer to larger organizations that manage fixtures. I feel like I've read this one, I'm pretty sure. Huh. Yeah, I've read that one. Oh, there's more. Never mind. I'm dumb. I didn't open it. They seem to specialize in delivery and transportation, the Deviants Association. The city is full of danger around every corner, so it's extremely difficult to deliver important items or information to the intended recipients on time without losing it in process. What language is Deviant? Like, what is that? Like, what language is that? Actually, are these just like in order? Because the whole numbers thing, unless this is not a numbered one. Russian? I guess it is. It does look a little Russian. Except for, you know, it's not in Cyrillics, but that makes sense, I guess. It's fair. Penguins? Extremely difficult to deliver important items or information to the intended recipients on time without losing it in the process. Easing told me that, while the city may appear minuscule in the bird's eye view that the map avails one, an approach that contemplates its surface area and not what a single surface of it shows a world vastly different. The city is tight with brimming buildings in both heaven and earth. The labyrinthine construction, the singularities paint a picture hidden a forest screen. I wasn't sure what he was talking about, so I just nodded along. No, because I didn't actually watch the full live stream. I just saw bits of it. I might have seen that, I just might have forgotten the penguins. Alright, to Limbus, but do you think Arknights is worth getting to right now, or is it too late? I really like the Limbus, I want to ride the gachas and Arknights, it's pretty fun. I think you could just get into it. I don't think this is really a... As long as you're not like... As long as you're not super afraid of like being a little bit behind for quite a while. And like not being able to clear some of the newer events first try. Or yes, if you're a completionist, then that'll obviously hurt you. But you can just get it. Because like, it's not gonna get better over, like, you know, it's not gonna be a better time later than now. Like, now better than later, essentially. Like, you know, the best time to plant tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is now. So the best time to get into Arknights was 4 years ago. The second best time is now. you're gonna have more FOMO, and you're gonna be. It is pretty overwhelming because now there is so much stuff, but you can't really play too late. The only thing you might need to like somewhat ask around about and whatnot is like maybe, for example, like what order to do some events in and stuff. And for that, you can kind of just go in like release order a lot of the time. Like, or pretty much always just, you can just, if you want to read all of the events, it's just like you can just go in release order. Except when game goes EOS, then you're a little. Yeah, like just hop in. You did unfortunately you did just miss some free rolls since we just had a limited banner that ended like today. Like some hours ago. You did miss some free rolls, but yeah, there's no official PC client for it unless wherever you are has Google Play PC. So look into if your area, your country has Google Play PC, because that's kind of an official client in a way. And if you don't, then yeah, BlueStacks if you want to play on PC, which I do recommend playing on PC generally. It's fine on phone for some stuff, but overall I'd say PC is like nicer. Almost 7 hours ago, yeah. Yeah, but Arknights can be a little... When you get into it now, there's just a lot there. There's a lot, so it can be quite overwhelming, and just getting used to... Yeah, it's not a port, it's just an official emulator, is what it is. No PC port, but official emulator, at least. And also coming from Limbus, you may like you're gonna probably get some whiplash from certain like quality of life things may be lacking because it is just an older game and they haven't updated everything. So there's some parts which are like, this feels kind of old. And as everyone says, and it's kind of true, the beginning story is kind of rough. Just the curse of gacha game where the beginning story is kind of rough. And in general, Arknights text can be somewhat harder to read than like Limbus. And UI can, yeah, take some getting used to. Yeah, the UI is mostly still the same. Some parts of it have been changed, but some parts have been changed and updated, but not all of it. So depending on when the last time you were there, then some has changed and some has not. The HC Association. Collection research of knowledge. They say the association members use equipment and draw physical strength from knowledge. It's the Insight Boys. Their fists. Fight with their keys. Yo, Keyblade. They're an association specialized in collecting intelligence. Intelligence, knowledge, I thought they'd be pretty similar to the HC Association, but one of the identities explained the difference to me. While 7 Association is specialized in using whatever means to collect intelligence, they have been contacted to find. The HC Association specializes in making their found knowledge their own by analyzing and deconstructing them. They have a lot of overlap, probably. Cities technology, memory wipe, yeah. Procedure ended with the sinners walked out with all their relevant memories wiped. I can't remember a thing about the memory wipe procedure itself. Why did the procedure work on me? If it didn't work, why can't I remember anything about the memory wipe procedure itself? Okay, that's interesting. He doesn't remember the procedure itself. The outskirts. Zone outside the general area with an SR, the zone are called outskirts. The monsters at the outskirts, Ishmael is called the monsters and not abnormalities. Considering that they've gotten abnormalities before, I'm going to guess that there are monstrous things out there that aren't abnormalities. Like crab! Well, it's not like we'll ever have to visit the outskirts. I just remember that Ishmael said that the Great Lake overlaps with the outskirts. Great Lake! Massive lake at the south end of the city. Some call it the sea or the ocean. Great Lake isn't just one big pool of water. It's divided by straight lines into several small sections. Unique colors. Oh, we saw that on the map, yeah, or in the background. According to Ishmael, it looks like the Great Lake is chock full of treacherous natural disasters and monsters. Even if she's right that it might not be too early, that might be too early for us to go. It's not like we've got much say in the matter. Limbus company orders to go in that direction, so we gotta. Still not sure what I'm supposed to do. In a way, I guess we should consider ourselves lucky. Nothing disastrous has happened yet. Maybe we're still in the coastal area, as well mentioned. Uncategorized. Not sure even where to start. I guess it's only natural given that I can't tell much how I forgot to begin with. Monsters. There are big crab, trash crabs. Outskirts and the Great Lake are both brimming with these monsters. Crab and whale. The library. Oh yeah, I've only mentioned in passing, but I don't suppose they were talking about just an old library. Fixers from Olabro was mentioned that they said that they went in there, something awful happened, and they returned from a book. Didn't know enough about the city to connect these dots or make any meaningful guesses from them, but just write down what I heard and put a pin in it for now. And Walpurgis Night, which we just got the lore for it. We just got the lore for Walpurgis. No, what did I miss? Oh, I missed something here. Oh, goodness. Jesus. These also suddenly appeared. Mirror dungeons. I was kind of speed reading. I'm gonna consider a specific condition for them to open, or maybe they follow a certain schedule. Merge to a place resembling a misty cosmos. I can choose which change to bring with me into each of the mirror dungeons. It really is just in-lore explanation for gameplay. Actively stabilize the mirror dungeons. We're allowed to enter via back door. The ultimate purpose seems to be improve mine and the sinner's capabilities. False recommend that we make frequent visits to the mirror dungeons of the back door, even if men expend and finding use for the engine. Refraction Railway. Kind of cool that a lot of the gameplay things exist in lore, but I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, it's kind of, well, it's just nice that they kind of try to connect it in some way. Your Roland ID. Now summers what they were saying in the record number 1 of Mirror Dungeon read 30 seconds ago. Mirror Dungeon, appear door in bus. Go there, get better. Become stronger. It is training ground. There's closed now. We've been to the station before. The whole place had a bluish tint to it. Like, this is refraction line 2, okay, or line 1. Encountered and fought some familiar faces, but many of the known entities there were entities we hadn't encountered in the lobotomy core branches so far. Clear that we've interacted with some of these abnormalities before in the mirror dungeons. Paul says that our interaction with them in the mirror dungeons were through some kind of spaces. They're mental spaces and worlds, that is. Guess the railway happened to stop by one of those worlds? Maybe it's not a simulation? I don't know. Greenish then, unlike line with its blue hue. But the next one will be a different color and so on and so forth. Only had glimpses of before. Everyone cheered when they saw that line 2 had fewer stations than line 1 did, until Yisang noticed some symbols on the wall and theories that we were supposed to run this line multiple times. The new station was added with each new cycle, though we still had to go through the earlier stations first. By the time we were on our 4th cycle, Heathcliff began loudly complaining that he was tired of doing the same thing over and over again. Some students seemed to grow increasingly restless as well, but the crisis was averted thanks to Yisang, who said that the signs seemed to say that the 5th cycle was the last one they had to complete. Once we wrapped up our 5th cycle, we were able to find a large hoard of various research from the lost and found. Nice! From what I can tell, each line's going to have different routes and conditions to completing them. Wow, how Dante studies all the goofy mechanics. Yeah, it would be fun, like, cause I mean, I'd probably like to get to play the old railways as well. Place we can access using the back door. Gregor told me that looks a lot like the city subway stations. Looks pretty dilapidated. I feel like this should have maybe been first instead of after these. They has to study the mechanics. Place we can actually use the back door. Gregor told me that looks a lot like the city's subway stations. It looks pretty dilapidated, as though it's been here for a long time. Here's what appears to be a subway train on the rails. Subway train kind of resembles our Mephistopheles, except it looks like it's been left to rot for a long time. Subway train didn't budge with just one sinner inside it. When the other sinners joined, however, the door closed all on its own and began taking us somewhere. Sinners told me that it took us to the next stop. What I can tell from my experience here so far is that each station led to a different environment, some of which were places we've been to in the past. The door closed behind us once we get off the subway train onto a new station, and then an abnormality or some enemies attack us with no rhyme or reason, leading to immediate combat. Once the fight's over, the subway train door opens again. Once we're all bored, it takes us to the next stop, then repeat until we reach the terminus. Plus tell me that they appear to be like simulations or a series of locations generated in order to improve our capabilities, akin to the function of mirror dungeons or excavation dungeons. Makes sense, we encountered enemies like Cromer in there, but all they did was fight us. Maybe they're also just simulations after all. Not sure if it's putting us through very realistic simulation or if it's actually taking us to where the abnormalities reside. I still don't know enough about this place for sure. Once we made it to the end of the subway, we were allowed to return to the bus via one of the stations. One of the sinners was furious, complaining that it sent us on a wild goose chase for absolutely nothing, until he saw Force popping open the lost and found box and picking up a whole horde of resources. Force just knew. He was like, ah yes, the lost and found. Sure, old Rails will come back, just they were rough, so they will need some tweaking. Him right now is really hard work at counter 7. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Maybe they have priorities. The back door. I feel like these should have been first, like before the. If I was this after these. The back door. Door on the back end of the Mephisto. This also should have been like first. Door on the back end of the Mephistopheles. Past is a corridor full of doors connected to each in its private lodgings or break rooms. You understand that each room has unique looks and different interior designs, forced to explain that they may be reflections of each in its personal psyche or memories. If the words were still there for newer players as a way to catch up to the newer content faster, yeah. I don't necessarily think the rewards have to be there. Like, but the one that is somewhat depending on what the rewards were, maybe, but. Or they can find some other way to give the rewards to newer players who weren't there. And that's how Arknights has done it. When there's been like some stuff, like some rewards which you had to be there for, they've then later found some other avenue to get them to newer players who didn't have them. More people on this bus than the number of doors we actually use, but the ones we do use can lead to different spaces depending on who opens them first. Two sinners could enter the same door or to end up in different rooms, for example. Doors are labeled with names depending on whose rooms they lead to. Also doors that just lead to the other side of the walls they're on. Wow. Door to my room opens to a corridor leading to the mirror dungeons and the excavation dungeons. Wow, door to my room. He lost his room. I can see the corridor past the back door extends beyond the area we use, but somebody put a sign there warning us not to trespass. Was that a huge accident when Heathcliff tried to go past? Yep. Dangerous things are territories in the deeper parts of the corridors. Heathcliff's panicked face is still fresh in my memory and false uncharacteristic urgency too. Rosha calls this endless space the corridor. I can't tell that she's not talking about this, just any corridor. What else could she possibly talk about? Huh? Why is Roshu specifically talking about it so in such specifics? Interesting. Banners were the main incentive to do them on the moment anyway. I think it's fine if new players get even half the rewards. Corridors are so weird. Look, yeah, I guess yeah, it depends on, I feel like, what the rewards were. Like, if they had, like, I guess, like, some kind of, you know, like, cosmetics, right? Stuff like, actually, it kind of, to some extent, it makes sense to me, for example, like, I'm assuming you probably got stuff like customization stuff from them. Those only make sense to get if you actually, like, clear the thing. So unless they actually bring them back, like, fully playable, then that wouldn't make sense of rewards. Yeah, so, like, those, if then they'd have, to get these cosmetics to new players, you'd have to actually bring back the actual thing. I don't think it's fair to give those to sort of, give those through some other way than actually just clearing the actual railway. Side banners and guaranteed 0/0 tickets, Fred, XP tickets. Yeah, because yeah, that's like the normal, like, resources and stuff that you get. I think those are reasonable. Like, those could be something that, yeah, you could try and give to the players later. But I mean, if they bring back, if they were to bring them back, like, kind of more fully, where you can actually just play through them, then you can obviously get the custom cards. I think that's fine. But and, like, probably some of just the general resources, but, like, maybe they don't give the guaranteed tickets and stuff like that. Because there is, like, you know, there should at least be, I guess, some reason to sort of encourage people to be there and play them when they're, like, new.
불은 뒤에 조용히 사라지다니 비효율적인 행동이네요.
But then also, like, I mean, Arknights has an insane amount of permanent content that's just there, but always, forever, for anyone to do at any point. You have all the roguelites and now the new base building mode, and but then there's also some stuff that is more limited, like some of the contingency contract stuff is a little bit more limited. Yeah, like just a reasonable balance, I guess, between
해제 무렵까지
what
의체는 아프지 않아요.
what rewards to give and how to like bring them back
정비를 해야겠지만요.
in a reasonable way that it kind of makes sense. I'm looking for some. Oh, you do have Google Play PC. Nice. I would recommend that. The game runs significantly better on Google Play PC than any other emulator. Like, it's super smooth on Google Play PC. Tier 2 training ticket 4, 20 training ticket 3, 1 level boost ticket, 2 thread, 2 ego shock race. 3 tickets, 1 guaranteed ticket, and banner. Like, that's quite a lot, yeah. What do you think of Dongra and the end of Kanto 4 anyway? Yeah, I was gonna get to that. I had some. I talked to a friend who was waiting for me to get to it, and
불은 뒤에 조용히 사라지다니. 비효율적인 행동이네요.
As for example, he pointed out to me that Dongrang is probably based on this one specific dude who tried to fake cloning, like I think a Korean dude who tried to fake cloning. I can't remember if it was a Korean dude or if it was just a dude. Hey there, Seiyo. Yeah, Google Play PC for Arknights is huge. If you have it, it's so good. You can't do like all the custom keybinds you can on other emulators, but I don't even care. It runs so much better. I think if the railways are brought back, the turn-count banners and 3 guaranteed tickets shouldn't be there. Yeah, I feel like there's some stuff that shouldn't be there, and then but some of the other basic rewards could be. Yeah, because there's like it was some South Korean dude who faked his own cloning. Like Dongrang is probably based on that dude. He posted a document, like a YouTube documentary. I was like, wait a minute, I've watched this. Holy shit, I know this. And then what he said, he gave me some story about like the IRL Yi-sung, how his life went. And replied, yeah, the depression allegory is real heavy. And it's not even really just that, it's not really even an allegory. It's actually just like crazy depression. And him sort of getting out of that slump. Yeah, it's not just allegory. Like I said, I can see how a lot of people relate to that being complacent in the slump, because why try feeling, and get like secondhand catharsis from Yi-sung, like getting up out of it. I really don't like using BlueStacks because low-key feels like a 2009 virus pop-up. Yeah, exactly. And stuff just runs worse, and yeah, all the third-party emulators is like, I don't like it. If I don't have to use them, I don't. I do not like them. And yeah, Yi-sung very much just like me, for real kind of thing. And then like another like really, I guess, relatable thing with Yi-sung's whole story. The sort of, I'll just go with the flow, not really asserting myself because I have no real passion, / have lost sight of my passion, and then kind of refinding that. It is such a like cathartic Kanto, because you get to see, it's like Yi-sung just being so like, Yi-sung is so like mild and just kind of like whatever, like fine, I'll go with the flow, I'll do whatever. And then he just gets to like fucking rise up gamers and like live. Wish some older guys would start making PC clients. So true. Really representing the sloths thing. One part that I did, because my friend commented, there was also an angle that was independent of relatability, which is having known the taciturn Yi-sung for a bunch of months and suddenly see him show so much emotion and grow so much was fantastic, which I agree with. But I also thought that, for me specifically, that part didn't come across as much because I got to it much faster. Like I didn't sort of start the game on launch and then have to do a bunch of other stuff and then later get to the Kanto. So I kind of got to the Kanto faster. So it didn't feel like I'd spent as much time with the characters, just sort of actually physically in real life. Right? See you, Kim.
적인 행동이네요.
Thanks for coming. I think like the most was probably Sunny telling me, "Hey, this is the minor, this is the mirror, dumbass. If I got wings, yeah, the reflection, like holy shit, no way." Also, it was kind of interesting to see how there was a point where Sung Yi was seemingly trying to keep Yi Sung like kind of boxed in his little room, but it eventually still was like, "Hey, dude, what if you just rise up? Like, come on, bro, you got this. If I got wings, you got wings, motherfucker. Go out there and fucking rock that shit." And then he did. Then he went crazy. MD, and I'll probably end a little earlier today, I guess, because I can't really be bothered to do ND when I don't have like a bonus. I'm trying to see if I had any other like good comments, or remember if I had any good comments about Kanto 4. Isang just had to lock in. Yeah. The end of Kanto 4 is like super motivational. It really is like, hey, dude. There's probably some people here. Thanks for the follow, Seja. Like, it's true, you can store an MD run. But it is like, the sort of, hey, dude. There's probably a lot of you reading this who feel similar. But you can do it. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be tough. But what if you just, like, try? What if you try again? You tried before. It didn't work out. What if you try again? And just keep trying. And realize that that's like okay. Donglang means after try to dongbeg the distortion. Also, I mean, I'm just speaking on difficulty. The only like tricky fight really I feel was the Sunshower Wolf was slightly annoying, but I still one-tried it. The only reset I had to do was the very first attempt at the first Dongbei fight. Because I got a bit unlucky and then I got like fucking destroyed in like 2/3, and it was Jover and I had to restart. Isan kind of looks like me. Radial fights hits much harder. Because I also assume the fights would start picking up a little bit because I'm getting closer, and since it's seemingly so common for stuff to get like somewhat nerfed later on. So once I'm actually like up to date and clearing stuff when it's new, I'll maybe actually get to experience some of the like actually getting stuck on something. Like so far I have not yet found anything that I'm stuck on. However, I've met some of the fucking Kanto 5 enemies in MD and I am worried. Those dudes suck ass. They can suck my ass. They're horrible. Absolute dickbags. So I'm not looking forward to finding them in just the story. Going, especially going into those fuckers when it's like a normal battle, and then you're not starting at like fucking 45 SP for everyone. It's like, oh fuck. You won't get stuck as long as you read. Redacted and you fight redacted after redacted and redacted. Beat the Wolf and Sasha Dongber first star. Spice Bush took like 30 tries. And meanwhile, I did Spice Bush first try. I thought Spice Bush was like easier than Sunshower Donbei. Wait, which one is Sunshower? Yeah, the first one. I don't think I reset on Spice Bush a single time. Maybe I did once. I might have once. Why now I can't remember which one it was. Because I got which one of the fights is the one where your dudes get turned into trees? Because that's the one that I had to reset once. That's Spice Bush. Okay, yeah. That's the one I had to reset on once. Must have done before I started double laser on me. You mean Dongdang? Also need to reset the Sun Sherpa because you... Okay, I did also need to reset. Okay, so I had to reset both once. Whoops. But it was just the once. What was my team? What was my team for it? It was not this Faust or this Heath, that's for sure. Neither of these. It was probably... It was Otis, Gregor... Probably... Maybe... Don, probably Pequod. Well, it was actually probably Encliff as well, I think. And I think I had Maid-ish by that point, so I think it was Maid-ish as well. That is Spice Boost to MD and I fought her for the first time. That was the thing that I'm gonna struggle because everyone talked about how hard it is and my first try was a fluke, but no easy. Because if I've also got hit with some big nerfs on the third part, but there's one fight that wasn't filtered a lot of people. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, okay, well, with Kanto 4, actually, like, some of those later fights, I could see, like, especially when they were new and probably not nerfed. Yeah, I can see how they would actually start filtering. But in the current, in the form that they were right now, maybe not. But also, I did have, like, I mean, for example, I did get pretty lucky getting, like Gregor, for example, pretty early on. So I had a couple, like, I had some units that could somewhat carry a decent amount. Passion wasn't as good, I didn't have sinking. Oh yeah, also sinking helps for some of them, yeah, for sure. Also, kind of shit. Also, yeah, just shitter IDs. Yeah, like I had at least some, you know, newer, stronger IDs for going through some of the Kantos. So, I don't know, but I hate Gacha Game Eternal. Like, what the hell does tourist mean? I get the idea of tourist. I think I have used it at some point myself as well. Because I mean, it's sort of. I feel like it somewhat tells you pretty well what it's supposed to mean. Because you do have kind of a bunch, like, it is a thing where people will kind of quickly visit a gacha when it's, like, new and hot, for example. Like, for example, when Withering Waves came out, it would, like, just because it's, like, a big release, it would have a bunch of tourists, people who stick around for a couple weeks and then leave. I was a tourist for Withering Waves. Well, I ended up being a tourist because I didn't end up sticking with the game. So I ended up, in a way, being a tourist. It's just that then usually the term tourist in the discourse around gacha games gets used up as, like, it gets used in a completely negative, like, context. Where it's usually, like, it gets brought up when, like, someone who quickly tried the game comes in and, like, has some take about the game. They get dismissed by being called a tourist. Like, oh, you don't understand, you're just a tourist. And I think that's the problem, is that, yeah, it's not called just trying out a game. It's used negatively in, like, oh, you don't know anything. You gave a take about my game. You don't know anything. You're a tourist. Yeah, when they feign, but it is true that some of them do feign expertise, and it's like, and then they are, like, obviously wrong. But sometimes they're like, it's just someone giving an opinion about the game that they, like, didn't stick with. They tried it out and then didn't stick with it. And then they get called a tourist. She is annoying. Nothing, just a highly inefficient action. Cause yeah, I ended up being a tourist with Withering Waves. So for example, I don't go around getting, like, putting out, like, some crazy takes about Withering Waves because I'm not in the game. I'm not in the community. In the scenario you're describing is messed up. Yeah, it's just more so that I feel like tourist usually gets used in, like, well, it gets used in both, but then it kind of very easily gets a negative, because it's, even if it's, you have the both situations. One situation where it's reasonable to call out someone who's feigning expertise. It's reasonable to call them out, and you might use the term tourist. But then when the same term is also used to dismiss someone's personal opinion, the term like very, very quickly gets like negatively colored. And then when it's used anywhere, even if it's actually a reasonable like thing to say in a way, or way to describe something, it just feels negative because it's used in a negative context almost always. Color Limbus reference. So there's Canto 2 and K-Corp in Canto 3, plus Sacristy, and then all the... But also, Sacristy you can just ignore. And now, all the early stuff has legit just been nerfed. Like, Canto 1, 2, 3 are just like, they've been very nerfed. Yeah, pre-nerf Ida. With this new force, did your plans about sharding and whatnot changed? I'm not sure, because it is true now that like, I'm kind of... Regret Forced is sort of competing for this slot. So it's not as sure. I'm not as sure on what I'm sharding for Walpurgis. Because yes, now I have a good Forced. One that works in most any team, but I feel like I'll probably still end up getting Regret Forced as well. Because Regret Force can really go into any team, like, no problem, while this Force can kind of, this Force can... is usually a bit better if, like, for example, you have to, like, run this Heath. Like, say that, for example, I want to run a different Heath, then probably Regret Force might end up being sort of, to some extent, better, because outside of MD, Crack Force really does benefit a huge amount from having Heath. Also, Regret Force obviously for Tremor team, but I don't have any other Tremor team. I mean, also, well, that's the thing, I do also have, like, I have the Oomphy Regret Forced combo as well, which I can use. So it's more so, like, I'll probably still get Regret Force just because, yeah, I can have different teams. So, and for example, then I don't, you know, I can, in MD, I can rotate my units more for the Starlight bonuses and stuff. Arguing non-focused fights shouldn't exist. Yeah, people were distorting with pre-nerf. Because since I have like Oomphy, like I have Oomphy, so I want to make use of him, and I, you know, and I have the binds as well and so on. So like I could get a decent team going with that as well. Because I have like some other random. I think Roshu doesn't do much. I'm not sure if like I can't remember quite what the Tremor, Roger, and Roshu do, but. Also, who knows, maybe if I end up with some other ones while I'm just rolling. And yeah, Crack Force is a little bit more, like, charge up as well. Like, Regret Forced is still more Unga Bunga than Crack Forced, so there's, like, worth to her still. Also, I kind of really want to, you know, at some point be able to also pair Regret Forced with Everlasting as well. Also, yeah, I know the Tremor is, like, very tricky to play at this moment. And I'm not sure if Tremor is necessarily, like, the playstyle that I like the most. Because it's very, like, setup intensive. So at the very least, not yet. Electrostream, Mercor, and/or Peledon. Also, AoE. I mean, that's also another thing that, yeah, the Regret Force is just so good for some, like, farming and stuff, just because the, like, consistent AoE. Straight up have a calculator on the side. Oh, no. And yeah, I mean, yeah, Crack Force, you just need to feed some charge. Has a little bit of a ramp-up time. And I mean, the main thing is, however, that, like, she's like really fully functional once you have Heath in the team as well. Once you have Crack Heath in the team as well, because then she just gets so much more charge count to actually do stuff. And yeah, I do like syncing. So if I get some units, more syncing units, I would like that. I would like a full syncing team. After you use your season 4 3 guarantee, don't get Mage Shoe Shard her. I'm guessing number one, we get a new idea or sinking to lose to bench Spice Bashisan. Because also, well, because the thing is that, for example, like I might end up with one of the sinking units. When I use this, I might end up with one of the sinking units. I might end up with Otis or Force to give more sinking. And then I'd have like, I think then I'd almost kind of have like a full sinking team. Or at least enough decent sinking units that I can like get fusion gifts and MD and stuff. To do Severe Greg, no. Yeah, and then also just bone it, and then like first of all, like either you just delete SP off of enemies, or then you do extra damage. Every sync unit rolls 1 billion coins, you can just blow up the stack manually. Accidentally got an almost full sinking team. Well, I mean, I kind of me also. I randomly got Ish. I randomly got Gregor. Like a Rhyme Shack. Oh yeah, Rhyme Shack is apparently really fucking good, isn't it? Is it? What is it in? Is it in standard? Nope. Orientation? Orientation. Not here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Fluid Sack is here as well. Rhyme Shanketh. Maybe look at Uptie 2 for now, since that unlocks the passive. Because Spice was Butler is Butler, Faust, and Edgar family are Gregory entirely from random temples. Nice. Targets you the most HP. If target's HP above 50% plus 10% more damage, trigger tremor burst, inflict 4 sinking count. But he has 4 corrosion. Jesus! Wow! 10 sinking, 8 sinking count. Good god. And also plus 30% damage as well. Also, I probably will end up getting Fluid Sack at some point as well, since I have to shard it apparently, so, or dispense it. Good god. That's some sinking. Also attack weight as well. Okay, I'm understanding why Rhyme Shank is very good. How much is it on T3? Yeah, wow, okay, the increase at T4 is crazy. There's a crazy buff up at T4. You just get shit on in Season 1, and now it's like one of the best egos in the game. Also, don't tell anyone, but it was like last week that I realized that I didn't have like the passives unlocked for some of my egos, because they were still Threadspin 1. Whoops. Sinking teams exist because of Rhyme Shank. Damn. I didn't realize they had the same thing as IDs, where you know you gotta up them a little bit to actually get the passive. Whoopsie. So then I actually unlock some of the good ones that I had. Try not to use up all my thread before Walpurgis and whatnot. Nigger didn't miss spam was the only way to go through release for me. Just say it was not be forgotten, G Corp Gregor. Season 1 to 3 sinking power was like 70% Rhyme Shank. Damn. Yeah, it's like a big granted, true. But I like to always I like to be ready. I like to be ready. And guys, I like to farm stuff like sort of consistently over a longer period instead of like bum rushing a bunch when I suddenly need it. What's I'm trying to go for right now? Nothing specific. I'm almost at this point. I'm more so just like going for units I am interested in and like, rather than full teams. Posture check. Shit. Yeah, I'm not necessarily going for like full teams. It's more like if I happen to get like a more full team for something, then that's cool. But I'm more so going for like units and characters I like. Which is pretty much how I approach every single gacha game. I generally ignore, for the most part, like 70% ignore meta and stuff. And just go for the stuff that is like, I like that. I like that thing. I want that thing. I like it. Why do you like it? Oh, I like it. Sunshine Heathcliff time.
해제 무렵까지 일해도 의체는 아프지 않아요.
Can't wait to get to use this as well. Actually, would it make sense to use this when the new Heath actually comes around? Because it goes into the banner right away, right? The only thing where meta matters is Limbus is RR, and even then only for bragging rights. So true. Probably season 4, so yeah, wait. Well, because I'm pretty sure it goes into... Well, because Forced is here right away as well. Like, new Forced was here right away. So it should go in. Because yeah, I'm saving it for at least until the Heath is out. But I might, like, use that first before, like, for example, sharding the Heath or something in case I randomly get super lucky and get him. Seasonal tickets include Walpurgis? Would it? Don't feel like gambling. Small chance of getting something from during Walpurgis, but it's far from it. I'll probably just end up using it when Heath comes, because maybe I get lucky and get Heath from it, and like don't have to shard him. Because otherwise, I don't think I want to gam before him. I'll just shard him. I have enough boxes that I can just shard him. And save all my... So that I can actually guarantee that I have 200 rolls for Walpurgis. Millions must shard. Because also, yeah, I feel like also Season and Walpurgis would be like separate things. I've been at Heathcliff for a while and the mechanics seem crazy. Doubters. But yeah. I think that's my plan. Essentially, when the Heathcliff comes, I use this ticket. Maybe I get Heathcliff and I don't have to shard him, and then otherwise I'll shard him. So I don't have to use my rolls just before Walpurgis. Instead, because I'm okay-ish on shards. Because then I can just go all out on Walpurgis and maybe get a bunch of stuff from that. And still have some shards left over as well. Like, I'll still have enough shards to do, like, 2-3 stars on Walpurgis if I want to, so. I can just blow my entire load, see what I get from the rolls, and then shard stuff that I want. So yeah, that should be the best way to do it. Because I probably end up... Well, actually, I want to check what indeed... Obviously, you can't do them right now. Because what actually is... What is in here? Sanguine Desire, let's see, Regret, Wing Beat, Hook Office Fixer, Ego Lantern, Dawn Office Fixer, Magic Bullet. The main one that I want is Regret. Like, Regret is the main one that I want. Because obviously I can't, like, because these are the ones that will be shardable. Unless this doesn't have previous Walpurgis visible yet, but I assume it does. Yeah, buying the Limbus pass is crazy. It really does just unlock so much. Yeah, you can press the thing to look at their kits, yeah? You can check them. You can. So I do somewhat want to, like, go over, I guess, these and see if I want some more of these as well. Just a funky... This is a whole, like, separate... She has, like... I guess it's Burn, but, like, a whole separate little thing. Hook Office Fixer. Bong Bong Lu. Bleed Unit. Oh yeah, it's this one. The sheep one. Oh, it's a Rupture Unit. And also Aggro. Doesn't clear Wingbeat Ishmael and Sanguine Desire Roger previous winning. Okay. And yeah, then Sanguine Desire. Which is obviously bleed. Surprise. Wing beat, which is regarding fragility, then like bleed, but also it's like a healing thing, huh? Or like also a bunch of attack, power, haste, defense level up. Goodness gracious. But yeah, like what I, for example, get from here might just depend on like, because I also have so much stuff to shard even outside of Walpurgis. And this is Tremor, surprise. Don Quixote announcer, imagine. Yeah, the 5 reuses on Wingbeat. Also the fact that Wingbeat in general has multiple, like, yeah, multiple coins, and then you can also reuse it as well. Regret passive goaded, let's check it. This is Heath, isn't it? Yeah. That looks like Heath at least. Or is that, no, is that Mersol? Not Heath, Mersol. Dum-dum. Units lift no skill on the dashboard loses 1 base power and gains 2 coin power. At the start of the turn, if it -4 minus speed, gain 1 blunt power. What is 4 minus speed? Is that just like their way of saying below 4? Also, it does show on the top right. 4 and lower. Okay, that's just their way of saying 4 and lower. It's a weird way to put it, at 4 minus speed. At first, I thought it was just like a hyphen. When I saw this the first time, I was like, oh, that's just like a hyphen. I don't know why they put a hyphen there, but sure. No, it's 4 and below. Hey, thanks for the follow, Jahi. Hey there, Jahi. And also a bunch of Tremor. Surprise, and blunt power up. Blunt power up. In worst case, +1 power to skill. The leftmost skill loses 1 base power, but gains 2 coin power, yeah. Summer Sword is actually deal damage with this one, then. The more coins, the better, yeah. The more coin, the better. Because yeah, this was 1 coin power. Oh, this one doesn't actually, because yeah, UT4, yeah, okay, at 2 plus charge, you get coin power +2. You get coin power +2. At UT4, you get coin power +2. This one didn't have, oh no, yeah, if you consume charge, you get coin power +2. And also extra damage. And then coin power +1 for every charge, max 4. Stupid. It's also charge potency. So just once you're like revved up, it's just permanent fucking +4 coin power. Like, oh, cool. Fucking 32 roll. Is it 1 charge every time this unit consumes 10 cumulative charge count? Yeah, this just takes like indeed a little bit to actually consume enough charge. I would like to, but yeah, 150 thread in my current situation is just a lot. When there's like Heath coming up and then Walpurgis, where I might end up with like a lot of stuff from Walpurgis that I need to, you know, thread spin, so. Snowballing into whole ass avalanche. Funny how people thought W Otis would save Charge from being the worst team, but Crack Boston did. Is Charge even seen as the worst team? I feel like Charge, usually here, it's just like, yeah, it's fucking just easy, just unga bunga, damage, deal damage to deal damage. I was like, how much is 100 for UT4 on him? Yeah, I feel like Charge is one of the best teams, because partially because it's so fucking easy, because they're individually just all like unga bunga. I guess it was kind of carried by a couple of specific really good units. Yeah, it's just mostly that I kind of don't have synergy. And now they're starting to have a little bit, like W Otis gave a little bit of synergy, and well, Crack seems to have some synergy kind of in a way. I mean, Faust is just unga bunga, but Heath kind of gives it synergy. Carried by Don's Telepole. Yeah, I feel like Tremor has been seen as like oof, that's rough. Okay, yeah, because Force gives Envy fragility, and then Heath gives Blunt fragility. Like, cool. Yeah, Tremor seems to specifically lately gotten much better. They've just added a bunch of Tremor stuff. After you charge on S3, you're basically back at turn 1, while instead of teams you have a stack of... Yeah, true. Because yeah, now they're having the charge potency, because yeah, that's the thing. Forced and Heath are no longer... They do not have the thing where they use their charge and they're back at turn 1. They're just like, oh, I'm charged up. I shall now roll 32. Until eternity. It's possible to be Bamboo had it came with Sinking Team. Oh, probably, maybe. Except for the fact that he has a coin where if he loses, you get fucked. Faust, proceed to obliterate man's balls with 32 roll. Yeah, charge potency. Now that they actually added charge potency, it's like they do have a lot more that they can do. It just takes obviously a little bit of time to rev up, but that's the thing. You can start rev with Heath in the team. If you have Heath and Force, as long as you kind of get a little bit of luck with your skills and speed, you can rev up some stuff real fast. Like a couple turns and Force is at 2 or 3 potency. Time was really just remembering to make Tremor decent. Yeah, Time Clone really was just that loads of Tremor. But yeah, like I'm real tempted to get, you know, get the maximum Unga Bunga. But it's a bit expensive. When I know that like in the upcoming weeks I will have other stuff to use thread on, it's a little rough. Go to body second to S3, then you 100% guarantee blunt frag and for electricity on turn 2. Yeah, pretty much. Take with the hydrate and the posture checks, by the way. I think they're afraid of giving Uddies with rupture count. This is pure damage and not sin damage. Might be. They don't want to make it like too strong. Delulu. They're like 3 out of 5 strongest units in the game. Yeah, Heathcliff really is like really good choice for this. Because he can just base ego, boom, 3 haste, attack power up. Here is your photoelectricity. Though he also has to consume some charge first. That's the thing. He has to actually consume charge first to even get photoelectricity on, so. Because it's specifically on charge potency, so he also has to first consume some charge to get it. So actually usually you don't like end up getting it necessarily like turn 1, 2. Doesn't need to consume. Oh right, because yeah, that's true. Any charge gun does give it 1 potency, so you at least have 1. As long as he just has to gain charge from somewhere, and he obviously gains charge. Well, S2 actually doesn't indeed have him gain charge. S3 and S2 he gains charge. So then yeah, then you'll have at least 1 potency, true. And then just obviously just gets better as you get more charge potency, and you can start getting 3. I do really like the combo. The combo just feels really good when they just like do their thing. These two, it just feels so nice. It just works, and then they just go around fucking absolutely smashing caving people's heads in. W Russia, but he didn't stop being insane. No, yeah, they're apparently still insane. So Unga Bunga, there's nothing stronger than Unga bunga, I do many damage.
의체는 아프지 않아요. 삐걱거리게 된다면 정비를 해야겠지만요.
Which I'm feeling just like, it's just like a thing. There's so often there's like some early IDs that are just like not correctly balanced and they just end up being like too strong, and then they end up being really strong for a really long time. Because you can't really just start instantly power creeping them, because that's just a bad idea. So then they just have to kind of sit around being really strong. And you have to like encourage using other units in some other way. You have to kill the boss mechanics if you just kill the boss in 3 turns. Easy. Because like even in Arknights, like fucking Aya is a launch unit. And she's still one of the best casters in the game. She's still really good and like super versatile. Like can just kind of easily be used anywhere. Still has like an insane amount of burst damage. Has really good like sustained damage. Just buffs up every caster in your team just by existing. Do I refresh your stamina? At some point I actually haven't been refreshing it like last couple of weeks. I could. I am low on modules. I could be using the lunacy refresh, that's for sure. I have a bunch of boxes, but obviously those are saved for when I'm like going through a Kanto or something and need to constantly refresh sometimes. Yeah, I used a bunch of lunacy refreshes like first week or two, then just for whatever reason stopped. I have heard about LCCB Ishmael, yeah. What a wacky unit. It's funny how I still don't have a single Mersault. And only one other Sinclair, and it's fucking Mariachi. 64 Tremor. She just built different, man. It is wacky how like, and also I didn't have a Faust until a while ago. Meanwhile, look at all these Heathcliffs. Look at all these Yi Sungs. These Dons. And also only one Gregor, and this is the like one of the first the first 3-star like pretty much I think I got. Maybe I got Otis. I think I got Don first. But then I got like also no other Gregor. Weird like spread of units. I don't know how I've ended up with so many Heath. In the same situation, I only have one Gregor ID. It's also Edgar family heir. What? I do have probably the best Greg ID. So yeah, I got Oofy. Oh yeah, it was Oofy from Newbie Banner. I think yeah. And then I did some roll on something and got Don. Did I get Don and Gregor in the same roll? I might have. I might have gone Don and Gregor in the same roll, maybe. Or I got Don and then I got Gregor. Might have gone the same roll. That was a wild roll, yeah. I actually got Don and Gregor in the same one. That's kind of crazy. That's whack. Don't remember what it was called though. Got like 5 singlets but no Ryoshus. I mean, out of my Ryoshus, this was a freebie that I just barely got from the event as well. Want another funny? What's the funny? I should probably give me the funny and then I'll log off. And if there is anyone right now watching in the chat who is currently not subscribed on YouTube, then subscribe on YouTube. We're at 672 now. That's pretty nice. We've gotten a lot of subscribers today. We were at 666 at some point. We started at like 6 something, 650, I don't know. One who grips Sinclair. Oh yeah, it's the funny I do 1 limbillion damage. Or the mechanical amalgam deal extra damage. $33. 33 times. What better niche than deal damage niche? Also, there's like burn, bleed, or something, but no, deal damage. Also, apparently there isn't exactly a lot of mechanical amalgam coins. It just also has burn and bleed for some reason. They're just there. They are there. And obviously, negative coin user. Which is kind of an interesting idea, because then you're like, you're trying to like not corrode, I guess. But I guess it's corrosion only when you get like minus 45 or whatever, unless you use egos at minus SP. There's only one enemy. Also, is this like the only negative coin ID? If to hydrate? No? Oh, there's Sunshower as well, okay. Yeah, but that's not a lot of negative ID or negative coin IDs, huh? And one of them is Busted, and the other is Sunshower Heathcliff? Potential Man? Sunshower Heathcliff is actually trying not to corrode. In Instant Clear, you just gotta use his defense skill. Oh, true, yeah, you just get SP, so. You just get SP from the defense skill, so If you get too low, just use it and easy. Or even better, have someone have a fucking fluid sack in the team and just, you know, heal the SP. Or just win clashes. Fucking boys love Mercil. Because at one point I was gonna go for Gripping Foster. Maybe I will still eventually, but she might also spook me at some point. I do still like, I mean, just look at her. She could kill me in a single moment. What's not to love? Also, yeah, the UT one femcell. Actually, UT2 as well. Dude, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing. Is like I don't need her now. I mean, I'll probably eventually want her just because, but yeah, she's also like not as good anymore. Still decent for some like story content, I guess, just because like some of the passives and stuff, but yeah, it's kind of like I'm not gonna like beeline to her now. I'll use my shards and stuff on something else. If she spooks me, sure, cool, but coffee with breast milk when 7 Falls came out. I'd like a latte with breast milk. I mean, sorry, breast milk. I mean, sorry, breast milk. Sorry, I mean breast. Sorry, I mean. Enables 2 broken news just by existing. Yeah, it's just like now she's very much like a good support. Also, I mean, fluid sack is in here, indeed in here. Right? Oh yeah, this is orientation, yeah. But apparently fluid sack isn't like on banners, so like I'll just have to probably at some point I can clip it, you know. You're the one who said it. You're the one who started it. Okay. I mean, I'll probably end up, if I can't get spooked by this, I'll end up sharding it at some point, but because I mean, fluid sack in it. It would be a very, you know, very good combo with Crack Forced. A lot of minus coin egos on sinners with no minus coin IDs. Rip. It is fun though. It is kind of fun how you do like, some of the IDs are, or some of the egos are like minus coin, yeah. I feel like it can make a little bit more sense on. I mean, also like a lot of like corrosions minus coins. Or is it Ankra's 16x4 skill actually is 18x4 because I connected 4 funny orange colors? I want to say one thing that I'm indeed like just very lacking in is obviously egos as well, but I guess those are a little bit lower priority. Yeah, that's what I thought. Almost all corrosions are negative coin, yeah. Okay, yeah, because I don't think I've actually run into an ego where normal is negative coin, just corrosions. Also, I did have a fun time after Kanto 4 or whatever, and then I went to do some of the new thread excavations, and I ran into the fucking frog. And then everyone was just a fucking minus 45 SP and corroding the fuck out of each other. I got every single possible corrosion that I had available. I got them all in one fight. That was fun. Blubbering toad, my beloved. He just like 89 SP times the lowest when you break his eye. You don't let yourself corrode and win. It was a little bit like that, not gonna lie. I was just watching my sinners, any sinner who had an ego that could corrode. I was just watching them alternate their corrosions. I was like, oh, it's okay. Now it's Bynes Heathcliff. Oh, now it's bygone days. Now it's bygone days. Isang. Oh, now it's Bynes Otis. Okay, cool. Oh, it's back to Bynes Heathcliff. Cool. Seeing Frog for the first time on Railway 1 was crazy. Something like 2000 HP. Heathcliff with Bynes alone and let him handle it. Bind all over the place. Yeah, Heathcliff Bynes is it is something. It's a thing. It is funny with the 20 bind and all that, but then you get like before the king stuff, sinking, tremor burst. I mean, it also just does damage. Like the sound blubbering toad makes. He do be blubbering. Alright, I think that'll be it. I'm very good at yapping. I yapped for like, we finished story like an hour ago. Now we just been yapping. Boy. Truly yapping pilled. The yapathon. I don't mind yapping. Yapping is my hobby. Coolaboo. Oh my god, my back, Jesus Christ. Whoa. Alright, next stream is not tomorrow on Thursday. Thursday is break day as usual. Friday is stream, and I think I was planning on just starting Kanto 5 on Friday. Because Friday is always a good day to do like Kanto stuff, because I can be a little bit more flexible with how long I stream for. So I can always find like a good spot to end on. If I have to go a little bit longer, then it's fine. So probably Friday will be Kanto 5 starting. But tomorrow nothing. Friday Kanto 5, Saturday something. We'll see. And the actual difficulty spike. Yeah, I might try and get my boys leveled up. Oh yeah, what's the good damage types? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't have that many units to pick and choose. I have my good units and then I have the others. But I'll try and level up probably people to like 40. Pierce. Yeah, so, I mean, the Sync Associations, P-Quad. I mean, Gregor's probably going to be there just because these two are going to be in there because they're just Unga Bunga, so. Varied, fight dependent. And Blunt at some point. Well, thankfully, I have Pierce and Blunt. Ha ha ha. Yeah, because these two will stay in because, you know, they're these two. They will Unga Bunga. Otis is just good. Otis just works. These have to be in anyway for the bonus event currency, so. So I'll probably have like P-Quad. I can use Otis is for sure. P-Quad probably for sure. I'll probably have Gregor because Gregor is just a good unit. And then I can like put in Dawn or someone. I'll just get everyone to... Well, Dawn has to be leveled up a little bit more. I'll try and get some of my main units to like 40 probably. Yeah, you still get bonus. I know you get bonus units if they're in the bench. Or just, yeah, well, yeah, true. I don't have to necessarily use them. It's true. But they're going to be there anyway. They might as well use them. Especially when they're so good at Unga Bungaing their way to victory. But yeah, okay. So, next stream Friday. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. I'm going to keep saying it until we reach 1,000. And see you next time. Goodbye, bye-bye, goodbye. Bye-bye, goodbye. Yep, goodbye. Bye-bye, goodbye. Thank you, bye-bye.